Okay. You hear from Randy in the airship. He goes, "Hey guys, I'm still working on this radio. I'm trying to get it dialed in here. I'm not still hearing things perfectly, but I think I'm getting another
Guns trained on D3.
And that's going to bring us to the top of initiative order for Fox with the airship and Tactus on deck. I think you were going to tell the airship to fly away this turn, but that's...
Yes.
Okay, so Fox, it's your turn, and Tactus will be on deck.
This is top of the round?
Yeah, top of the round. So this is, for
Round
you,
9.
it's the big one.
Yep.
The biggin.
Cool.
All right.
All right.
So it takes how much?
Half
stand
move.
up?
Half
move?
move.
Have your movement.
All right. We're going to stand up, and we're going to go 5, 10,
Above the
15.
crowd, even if you gotta
Backstab.
live out loud.
And we're going to sneak attack this little shadow guy.
Yeah, you are. Get him.
Yeah.
13, it looks like.
Yes. So 23 to hit.
23 to hit, successfully hits.
So 3 on the die.
Then 3 plus 4 plus. Ooh.
A lot. That's some good stuff.
I don't think I rolled that one, right?
You did.
You rolled 6, right?
Oh, okay. No, I rolled 5.
Okay.
Not a high enough level 1 rogue.
But I think this one I didn't roll. So 6, 2, 8, 4, 12, 13,
18.
18. 18 plus
3.
3 plus 4. 21.
21.
25.
That's
25.
damage, 25 damage.
total.
25 damage.
Great. You hit it for 25 damage. Also, I think we skipped Laredith's turn when you were going to have her turn on the machine, because with the status effects, I got distracted. She's low in initiative order. So I'm going to just give her that before the airship's turn.
Okay.
Okay.
So Laredith is going to roll, which is a percentile. Let's roll this one in front of the players. The number to stay under is 60.
Oh, it's stay under.
No. Yes. Yeah, you want to stay under 60.
Okay.
All right. Whose percentile are we using?
We can use mine. I have them right here. All right.
Come on. All right, Jake. You got this, man.
Come on, dice. Come on, dice.
Rolling under 60?
Under 60.
Under 60.
Low and slow.
87.
87. So you give it a shot, but ultimately...
Right here.
Guys, it didn't work. I need to make an adjustment. It's going to take me 3 rounds. 18 seconds. 18 seconds. Give me 18 seconds. And she sets down her stuff, pulls out her tools, and she's going to go at it again. This adjustment from her, which she'll make every time it fails, adds 5% to your odds of success. So the next time you roll, it'll be a 65%. She's just learning from the failures.
Sure.
Yeah.
So that's going to be that. So that brings us to the airship if you're sending it away.
All right. Yep. Airship away.
Yep. The airship kind of takes off. The thrusters fade out into the distance. Yep. The thrusters fade off into the distance. That brings us to initiative 19, which is Tactus the Unyielding, and there are some environmental actions that are on deck from our warlock friend. So Tactus is going to look over at Jeb, and he's going to say, "Hey, short guy, what's the other short guy doing? What's he working on right now?"
He's going to protect everybody around the machine.
So basically, we should make sure he doesn't get hit by stuff?
Yes.
Okay, prioritize my targets. I see a warlock. Looks like a shadowy guy. Warlock it is, and he just charges off towards the warlock. He's going to roll an athletics check for his wolf to leap over Owlin and pin the warlock to the ground.
So cool.
Is he going to do the zigzag where he jumps and then off the rock and then
Yeah. He's going to try. It's going to be close. Let's make this an opposed grapple check. So his wolf is basically making the grapple attack against you, so you're going to oppose it with a strength, athletics, or a
to
dexterity.
just pass.
Okay. So the wolf successfully navigates the rocks, but the warlock kind of turns with it and shakes him off. So yeah, Tactus is behind him, but not adjacent.
That
Let's put him
means
one
we
square
got
away.
flanking.
No, he's
he's
one
too
square
far
away.
Lame.
One square away.
You kind of shake him off, and that will end Tactus's turn, and
One
it will bring us
square.
to the warlock has some commanding actions that he can do on the battlefield.
Okay, so first thing he's going to do is summon 5 shadow guys around him.
Oh, man.
I was like, oh, he's rolling D25. That's low. And then he's like, yeah, 5 guys. I'm like,
Roll a d6. That many mooks are summoned at a rift that opens at my feet.
Superior.
So they are all open. They are all around me.
Holy
They're
cow.
familiar faces.
To clarify, mooks and shadow creatures are different.
Understood.
So we're going to change what you summoned here. They're not shadow creatures.
They are
Oh,
mooks.
thank heavens.
Yeah, that was about to get real
Shadow
spicy.
mooks.
Here's 3.
Those are mooks.
That's better.
Oh yeah.
But
That's better.
they're all adjacent to me.
yeah,
so-
yeah.
You know what? You've got resistance to fire damage.
No, Alan.
Alan's top head.
Alan down.
Do you remember when Alan went down from his teammates instead of his enemies?
It's gonna happen again.
I remember when
Classic
Jeb
Alan
was.
Dreer. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So you summon them. Anything
Yes.
else?
No, there's nothing else. I
All
can
right,
do
Gunnar
in
and
this round.
Alan, you're up, and we've got some other stuff on deck before Zoth.
So Gunnar is in fear and restrained. So he's going to try to break the restraint. Is there a way that you can break fear, or that's rolling another
Fear is a wisdom save.
wisdom save? Okay. So he's going to try to break the restraint first, which is athletics.
Which would, I think,
Or acrobatics.
classify
acrobatics.
as getting away from the source of fear.
Yeah, I agree.
19 on the
Success.
grapple. Okay. And then he rolls the wisdom save at the end of his turn, so he's going to try to get away still.
Okay. So he kind of like scrabbles across the
yeah.
ground, maybe.
All right.
Cleo, did you have a DM question?
Yes. Just let me know when they cross that rock in between me and the king.
Okay.
When they cross that horizontally
The
my
king
way.
of the high.
Okay.
Just any enemy.
I mean, you could see it on the map.
I know, but I might forget.
Cleo, I'm not remembering stuff for the player actions.
Darn.
I've got enough to keep track of.
18
You guys
wisdom
remember
on
for
the
me.
save for Gunnar.
18 wisdom, you are successfully unscared,
This
I
rock.
believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
They pass it.
When they pass the rock.
Yeah.
And that's at the. Oh, I have to dash technically. So Gunnar's going to go to the edge of the cliff.
Okay.
Oh, snap.
Alan is going to bonus action rage and then double attack the warlock again.
Great.
So Alan has this platinum shield on him, but in addition, within the platinum shield, his eyes, like I said, turn like lightning, crackle with lightning. He has his ethereal wings spread. There's like lightning crackling around his skin underneath the silver ethereal shield, like it's kind of like interacting with both.
Get 'em.
A lightning strike when he rages comes down on the warlock, and the warlock must make a dexterity save. DC 17.
He's gonna pass it with his second legendary action of the round.
Okay. So the lightning comes down and then does, I guess, half of a D8 of damage. So you take, I rolled max damage, so you take 4 lightning damage.
Excellent. Pow.
Very cool.
And then Owlin will do his 2 scimitar of speed attacks. Natural 1 on the first one. That's
Yeah, we want that.
lovely. And then the second one is a 23.
That hits.
The second one damage.
Oh, hey, T-Sav, we see you in the chat. Yeah, we in it.
We
Tyler showed up with
11,
like a, hey, what's
11
up?
slashing damage on the one that hit. Obviously, the other one was
does
a
it.
natural one.
Great.
And then I think T-Sav just
Yeah, boon. We got another boon.
Spicy boon. It looks like a T-Sav boon in there. Maybe feeling bad about the fact that he emped magic in the first place. I shall
all
roll
because of him.
the boon for us. Let's go. This is a good one. You hear T-Sav coming in clutch right now. You hear a snarl echo across the battlefield as a manticore leaps out of the distant mountain,
go.
wings
Yes.
splayed, and dashes across the battlefield.
Yes.
Our friend.
You're going to do some dynamic movement for me.
Okay.
It dashes across the battlefield, collects the shadow creature Fox was fighting, and deposits it off the side of the cliff.
So he's like over here, but Gunnar.
No, like throws it off the cliff.
Oh.
The manticore dives off with it.
Oh.
You just hear they're both just
So
gone.
it's just like
out of initiative order. That shadow creature is gone.
Amazing.
You hear a call from Ravi as he leaves. This is my glade now. And then they dive down towards the plains of Fladena in the distance.
That's awesome. What was Muffin Man's boon a few turns ago? I don't remember.
Muffin Man's boon was
10 hit points. 6.
Yeah.
Great,
Yeah.
cool.
Yep. And that's going to bring me back to checking the initiative order to see what happens next. We just did Owlin and Gunnar, so that's going to bring us to you here.
I love you.
Aw.
Aw.
You love me.
I meant that
We're
as
happy
like I love
family.
the guy named you.
Zoth, you're on deck. Jeb will be up after that.
Oh man.
There is a huge explosion of artillery. Unfortunately, where it was targeted, all that remains is this mook. So that poor dude is dead. But that's the problem with a delay. However, you guys hear again over the radio, guys, I think they're getting closer. And as you look out into the distance, you see on the horizon a number of airships moving in your direction. You can't make out how many or whatever at this point. They're still far enough distant that they're just lights off in the
Yeah.
distance.
We whip pan to the kitchen where the airship is, and we're going to pick up our characters there and fight the other airships.
Can you imagine?
That would be great.
That would be pretty cool. I can actually take the Manticore back. That's the boon, is he takes someone off the
Nice.
field and then
I will
he's
hold him.
Sure,
Unless
that's
you want
fine.
him. Unless you want him.
No, that's fine.
I want
He's
him.
cool.
I want to hold the
He's just over here
Manticore.
munching on the shadow. My friend, the
Zothkug, it is
Manticore.
your
No,
turn with
yeah.
Jeb and Cheddar on deck.
So Zothkug is gonna toll the dead, the warlock.
Okay. A huge boom rings out across the battlefield.
That is a wisdom saving throw.
Well, I can't roll above a 6, so I rolled in that one. That's a fail.
Okay.
That is going to be 3d6 or 3d12 damage since he's already injured.
4 plus 8 plus 1 is 13, I believe.
13 points
Plus
of damage.
5 is 18. And does anything else? No. Okay. And then his bonus action is going to be Shield of Faith on Alan.
Oh, thank
Nice.
I believe Randy's on the ship, correct?
Yes, Randy's on
Hand
the
me
ship.
Randy.
Where's Randy?
He's got the spiky shield.
He's got the axe. Yeah.
So Alan has a platinum shield and a shield
by
of faith.
accident.
Yes. There's
So-
like a
Nice.
translucent one in front of him and then the big like platinum one behind him just kind of orbiting. That's so cool.
So you'll have +2 AC as long as Zoth is concentrating on it for up to 10 minutes.
So that's plus 4 total.
Yeah, Alan's up to 19 AC now.
And that's going to bring us to Jeb and Cheddar. Your minute starts now.
Okay. Are you okay if I make things go burn?
Yes.
Well, actually, no, Alan's not in that voice. He's like, burn it. I don't care. Burn it. Burn it all.
Barbarians be like,
And Jeb hits the butt of Big Boy on the ground again like a mortar and lobs another fireball. I'm going to position it kind of to the side so it doesn't hit Tactus if
Okay.
possible. But I'd like to just get
Hit
all of
everybody
those
else.
guys. Yeah, they need to make dex saves.
okay.
Alan has an advantage on this dex save, even though he has a +0.
This dex save brought to you by Alan.
A 13, a 15, a 3, a 1, and
Anything
a
lower than
17.
17. 17 is the DC.
Alan
Okay.
failed, but he will take half damage anyway because
Great.
of his current resistance.
So adding in their mods, 3 of the 5 are going to take full damage.
5, 10, 15. And then I roll 2 more. 18 fire damage.
18 fire damage times 3 of them is 36. I'm treating them as a swarm for their hit points.
Nice.
36, and then we've got, so adding all that up, 2 of these mooks have died.
Yay.
Got him.
Rip the mooks.
And I actually rolled a 17, so I told 9.
And then as a bonus action, he's going to go and move this thing 60 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
This is his
45,
hand of
50,
Jebediah, magical hand.
55, and he is going to just boom, just
like a
sock
huge
block
hook
him, like
punch.
a big just socket.
Cliff radius hook punch.
Yep.
This magical hand slams into the side of the shadow creature.
Cliff Radius, that's his name.
AC to beat is 15.
That is. What is
Math.
it? I think it's
Math.
like a
do with
punch
math.
resistant attack. So that'll be 13 plus 9, so 22.
Okay, 22. 22 points of damage on that guy is. He's not done, but he's not looking good.
I'd imagine
Well, no,
like
22 is to hit his AC.
Oh, sorry. Yes, that hits him.
Okay. He takes 4d8, 4d8 damage.
you want me to get 3d8?
I got well, I
Okay.
need 1d8. Ooh, ones. 6.
Cleo's just like, I just want to roll. 12.
12 points of
I take it back. He
Big-
still seems in pretty good spirits.
Okay, big punchy damage as it just.
Yeah.
I
His fist just
imagine,
slams into him.
Fox stabbed him in the back, and he's like, "Grr!" And then as he's like, "Grr!" and it just like slams and be like, ow.
These are good. You
are
should
good
do
sound
the
effects.
Foley for all of like the creature grunts and stuff.
I got
it.
you.
I'm going to leave that with you. That's going to bring us to Laredith and her machine, the tension die with the shadow creatures and their lieutenant on deck. So Laredith is going to try and start the machine again.
What
What's
happened
up?
with Cheddar's spell?
Oh, yeah. Cheddar's spell finished.
So you see, Cheddar has cast.
I'm going to cast a level 5 counter spell.
Are you really?
Yes, I am.
It goes both ways.
Okay. So Cheddar is casting a spell, and you see a bubble of protection start to rise up out of the ground. As you counterspell it, he's going to counterspell your level 5 counterspell with a level 6 counterspell.
You can't do 2 leveled spells in the same turn.
So that is an action. He can't do a reaction.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, you can reaction counterspell.
You can reaction. Okay.
Yeah.
It's just a leveled spell, so.
Yeah. So
I don't know what's happening.
There was a brief little rules battle.
if he does a level 5 counterspell, like what happens when you 5 with a 5?
I think it cancels.
Yeah, so
They cancel.
they would cancel each other
Okay,
out.
so
There's
yeah.
no
Because
save.
remember, you're casting counterspell on counterspell,
Yeah.
not on the original spell.
Yep.
So
So
Jake, are you lost?
No, I'm not lost. Only because I've played Baldur's Gate 3.
but what he
Hashtag
sees,
not
what this
sponsored.
warlock sees, is he sees this protective dome come up, and then it, boom, disappears.
this is the second counterspell that Cheddar has cast.
No, Jeb.
Cheddar cast the first one you
He
said
did.
because
He
Jeb
did.
had used his reaction to Chronal Shift.
Yep.
So I'm just helping you
Yeah,
track
yeah, yeah.
them. Yeah,
Yeah, you're good.
Cool. So yeah, bubble comes up, disappears.
So he cast counterspell, but the bubble disappeared.
Great.
Okay.
And that's going to bring us down to Laredith and the Machine.
That's a band name, actually.
Laredith and the Machine. She's going to give it a shot. Let's roll for. Actually, I'm going to roll back here this time as the odds go up. So she needs to roll below a 65 for this thing to turn on.
Yep.
But that's in 2 more turns, right? Or no? How does that work? Did we already do it?
Yeah.
Great. That sounds good.
Don't pull it out. Don't pull the rug out.
The machine whirs to life.
Yes.
And we enter a bit of a deep cutscene. I'm going to narrate
okay.
what happens, and then we're going to change the terrain on the field.
Oh, shoot.
With a massive eruption of rock and stone, 3 gigantic platforms are ripped out of the ground near the cliffs, each about 500 feet apart. And they suspended in the air, these huge floating platforms. And you see that each of them, as they slam out of the ground, each of them glows in a faintly different light. One of them glows with the green of the Feywild, one of them glows in a grayish mist of the ethereal plane, and one of them glows a deep burning red of the Shadowfell. As these planar platforms are ripped out of the ground and suspended in the difference, Laredith yells out to you, "Oh, okay, it's beginning. So the next thing that we need to do is we need to anchor the threads. We need threads of magic between here and each of the echo planes. So what's gonna, the machine's going to generate the threads on its own. Do not let them sever the threads. Do not let them sever these threads." And these platforms begin wrenching out of the ground. I'm going to change some terrain for a second.
Holy
so players,
cow.
if you want to narrate or whatever, you can.
Josh and Willow are getting out these giant platforms that look awesome. They look like almost like bowls.
It feels
or
like I'm like
teacups.
spinny plates.
Oh, Josh lied to me earlier about how what these holes were for.
You ate it.
What was the lie, Jake?
Well, yeah.
He said it was an accident, which I was like, that's suspicious that you drilled 3 holes on accident.
I believe your paper is covering one of them, Cleo. There's like a third
Oh! Oh!
one. Yeah, there it is.
They're so cool.
These are super cool.
I was like putting my finger in the hole, touching it,
Julia.
messing with it, and I was just like,
Have any
no
of the
thoughts.
string left over?
No thoughts.
Yeah. Could I have a length of it?
Are these the threads
Can
that
you
can't
also
be severed?
can you
Probably.
get crochet thread or crochet threads that are green grayish and like reddish. Thank you. These will serve as my magical threads. So as these happen, something else happens in the distance too. You hear Randy go, all right, I think I'm dialing in the, whoa, and he gets all surprised by the platforms erupting out of the ground. But Randy says, I think I'm hearing from the airships. They're getting closer. The reception's getting a little bit better. And you hear this.
Reinforcements.
You hear that the private security goons are being deployed. So it's not parachutes, they're not paratroopers, but you see little fizzles of Misty Step appear on the platforms in the distance, and you see that private security goons are being deployed onto these platforms.
Uh-oh.
It's okay.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the mic and it.
I'm so happy that I didn't just get to fire off that spell at the beginning before combat started. I'm so glad it happened during combat. That's so much more fun.
These look so cool. These little platforms. There's like little mushrooms and grass on them.
Thank you. I worked really hard on them. I 3D printed them.
Yeah, they look really
These
good.
look so cool. I don't know if oh no, they can see them on the pictures.
Where are these guys going?
These all go up.
Oh, did you put metal in this?
There are magnets underneath it.
Oh,
It's like
that's so
it's like
cool.
a sheet magnet so that the minis stick to it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, this is pretty sweet.
There is a grid cut into it, but it's not super deep, so you might have to look for it. But they are about 6 inches across.
Okay.
So that would be 30 feet in diameter.
Are these real distances?
I don't know.
No, they're not
that.
to scale. Each of them is considered to be either one airship reposition away or 2 turns of a dashed fly spell away from each other or the cliffs.
Okay.
I just didn't have enough table to make it
Sure.
to scale.
How many feet did you say they were?
500?
I said 500.
Okay.
And the other thing that happens, because this is not all that has happened on this battlefield,
Hot dang!
is after that happens, you hear something that does not fit with what you see. You hear a roar, and all of those guys, all 5 of them, die. They are thrown from the platform. And a single glowing figure of kind of bluish green Feywild energy walks out onto the group or onto the platform. She's got a big like body sun hat and she's got on a little sundress. She's like, is this, I think I'm in the right place. What's this? And then she drops a ball of yarn she's carrying and kind of stumbles after a little bit, picks it back up. I think, oh, there you are. Hi, everybody. I remembered a little while ago that we were talking about how you were going to have a big fight. And then this big thing just ripped a hole in the Feywild. Can you imagine? My yarn fell into it. I had to chase it out here. And as she's talking, you hear a roar in reply. And you see a massive, ancient white dragon soar across the battlefield to challenge her. Got a bop.
You ready?
No.
Absolutely not.
Oh
As
man.
Thraxenhow.
Yep.
What?
Someone bop him.
He's going to join on that platform if he fits, and if not, just put it next to her. You can move her
Wow.
as necessary.
I was not prepared for this.
Thraxenhow swoops in, and he says, "This is enough of things happening." And you see Andromeda, for it is Andromeda, the Silver Star,
Yes.
the ancient moonstone dragon you befriended before. She doesn't move at all. She tips her hat, and you see the briefest flash of the moonstone dragon you know she is around her as her tail whips forward towards him and attacks him. His wing slams down and locks it off to the side. The fight begins in earnest. And you see they're just standing there. They're moving so fast that you can hardly see the motions they're performing. At the same time as that, you hear a new kind of attack, basically, or you hear a little bit more over the radio. As you know, Randy is still dialing things in. He's like, I think I'm getting closer. I think it's getting better. I think something is coming, but I can't quite get the signal right. Let me just mess with this and see if they can do something here. What exactly is? And he's like messing with dials and turning things on. Beep boop boop beep beep beep.
It's the dial-up sound.
Yeah.
Are we gonna do it again?
I'm sorry, my soundboard's not working the way that I wanted it to. Just a second.
I don't know what they're doing, but you've got to stop them. We need more power. Clock drop 1d3.
I know that voice.
And then with a slam, a big orb of glass impacts the ground near where Owlin and and Jeb are, basically in between the two of you. And you are victims of the slow spell, which I believe means you get a save. If only I had that save written here for myself. Imagine.
Imagine all the deck saves.
Slow. Great, there it is.
Wisdom save.
Wisdom save. Yep, it's a wisdom save. The DC for you is 18. Wisdom save DC 18.
So Jeb sees this thing coming in, and as it hits and the wave ripples out, he's going to use the Rod of Luck to force him to succeed.
Just Jeb? I guess he can only do one at a time, right? I don't remember how it's written.
Yeah, it's only one roll at a time.
It is.
Okay.
So is Cheddar within this blast too?
Yeah, Cheddar, Jeb, and Owlin are all in
All right,
the range.
So I'll roll for Cheddar.
Okay,
I'm rolling for Alan.
great.
Alan failed.
Join us for this chaos.
Okay.
Wisdom save. Wisdom save. Everybody loves a wisdom save. 16. What was the DC?
18.
DC was 18.
Dang.
Okay, so Cheddar slows down.
Great. And the an affected target speed is halved. It takes a -2 penalty to AC and dexterity saving throws, and it cannot use reactions. On its turn, it can use either an action or a bonus action, not both. Regardless of the creature's abilities or magic items, it cannot make more than one melee or ranged attack during its turn. If the creature attempts to cast a spell with a casting time of one action, roll a d20. On an 11 or higher, the spell does not take effect until the creature's next turn. And the creature must use its action on that turn to complete the spell. If it can't, the spell is wasted.
Is there an object here that is currently maintaining the concentration of that spell?
No, it was a thing that burst, and the spell will fade after 2 rounds.
Okay.
So this round is not one of them. This round, and then 2 more.
Okay.
So, and I'll tell you when we hit initiative order 20.
Okay.
So you're going to track that timeout because I'm not going to remember. So those are all of the things that happen in our cutscene experience here, which brings us back into combat. The machine has been turned on, and you hear it begin to kind of hum a little bit as it begins. A thread begins forming between the machine and the Feywild.
Ooh.
So go ahead and tuck this under the machine, and we're going to roll it closer to the Feywild platform each time it grows. It will take 3
Cleo.
turns for that thread to finish
This
forming.
is nice and heavy. You can anchor it with this.
I was just gonna tie it around the machine.
Never mind.
Okay, and Laredith, Kay, and Garlel are going to basically turn around and face outwards and try to protect the machine so the threads can't be severed. She explains to you as this is happening, she's kind of yelling to you over your little radio communications that Elaine Mollis gave you. She explains, once these threads are in place, we can send the avatars to each platform. The avatars can anchor them to those planes, and that will restore magic. That will do it. Magic will be brought back into the world, and we can begin the process of connecting to the planes and doing the cataclysmic ritual, which we can do simultaneously. We just need to make sure they don't sever the threads. If they sever the threads, very, very bad. Lots of collateral damage. And that kind of explains what's going on for you.
Do I roll it
Question
at all? Or?
Yes?
Can they be severed at any spot in the air, or do they have to be severed at the machine?
They can be severed at any spot along the length of the thread.
Okay.
So, there are only a few airborne foes on the field, but and also on the platforms.
Do I roll it a little bit now, or just leave it there, right at the cliff edge?
Right there is fine. Also, Cleo and Trevor, next to you are your airship actions. Cleo and Trevor, rather than bringing one of their alt characters onto the battlefield, have opted to give controls to the airship, similar to legendary actions. So each round, they can choose whether the airship will or will not be in the battle. And if it is, they get access to 2 airship actions, which they share. That they can have the airship do, which include things like repositioning them on the battlefield, analyzing the tactics of the enemy monsters, and a number of other things. All of these are enabled by staff they've hired throughout our campaign. So that's how we determined what these what these features are and will be. Chant has granted 2 boons at the same time as all this has happened. Let us see what these 2 boons grant you.
I would like to talk to Laredith when we get a second. If I need to wait till my turn, that's fine.
Yeah, let's wait till your turn, and I'll put the 1-minute timer on it just for the pressure. Okay, we've got a 14 and a 2 for your boons. Oh, nice. These are good ones, too.
This was a last-minute print.
He looks awesome.
It
I
still looks
printed it
really good. One.
overnight,
You hear-
and I painted it in like an
You
hour.
hear another voice interrupt your intercom. You hear, "Hey, does this reach from down here? Okay, look, this is a little bit complicated, but I've arranged for something to," and then you hear a boom as Shale of the Grey Watch has arranged for a massive explosive to be hidden within your battlefield. You see it moves in so fast that you barely see the shell moving. It lands directly on 3 of the airships in the distance.
Oh, nice.
Just boom, 3 airships taken out. They will miss their ability to airstrike this turn. And there's a third. We got 3 boons in the chat. Chat is boon dropping.
Yeah.
So as that explosion echoes in the distance, you hear with another great shrieking roar, the dragons of Fladena fly in and surround the Cugboat to protect it.
Yeah.
So they're not going to enter the combat against other creatures, but they will protect it from other things that attack, essentially increasing its AC, so to speak.
Okay.
Let's go.
And then we have a third boon. I need to roll again. Chat's getting boon happy over there. Boon. You... Actually, that one you don't see yet. Something has begun, let us say. Something has begun.
I appreciate that that's because of a boon.
Yes.
Yeah. Something has begun. Maybe, Jeb, you feel a little bit of a ripple in the wind. And that will bring us to the top of initiative order, finally.
I love me some triple ripple fudge wind.
Oh, you're right. We were Laredith Machine, Shadow Creatures, and Lieutenant. So
Shadow creatures and lieutenant.
yeah, Shadow Creatures and Lieutenant. Rip them, I guess. The Shadow Creature, and then you're on deck, Lieutenant. So the Shadow Creature that Fox and the Hand of Jeb are fighting is going to use its multi-attack to attack Fox twice.
Whoa, cool your jets.
Uncalled for Shadow Creature.
Yeah, come
I
on.
agree.
It rolled a 26 and a 24.
Ouch.
They both gonna hit?
I think that's just rude.
That is going to be, let's see here, 20 points of piercing damage and roll 2d6.
Oh dear.
2d6.
2 of them.
8 total. 2 4s.
Oh,
What are
yeah,
individuals?
double fours.
What are they? They're both 4s?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. You are grappled around your neck by one of the chains, and the other one, because you're already grappled, I'll use the damaging one. You take 22 necrotic damage to your
Holy.
maximum hit points.
All right, so
This can be removed with a greater restoration spell.
If only someone had that.
If only.
I take that as damage as well.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So 22 necrotic and how much?
And 22 off of your... Oh, and 20 piercing. Both chains hit you.
You took
10
42
piercing.
damage.
42 damage, and you're grappled. The chain is wrapped around Fox's throat. That brings us to the lieutenant's turn, the warlock, I should say. The warlock's turn with initiative 20 is on deck, the top of the next round.
So, as a result of the Howling Void earlier, 1d4 shadow creatures emerge from the void. At the start of my turn, so let's roll this d4.
D4.
We're going to get 3 more shadow creatures that appear in the middle of the shield, and they're going to start attacking the avatars.
Why would you do that?
Also, at the start of my turn,
Very rude.
Owlin and the other dude need to make a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw.
Crap!
What?
Alan has a 14.
One turn too shy.
So then you just
One
take 10
turn.
psychic damage.
Okay.
For what?
You'll see it. It'll come up.
Okay.
But dang.
Bum, bum, bum.
Hold on.
I need
hold
like
on.
dark music for you.
Hold on. Hold on.
Is that the end of the warlock's turn?
that
Did
the
he
end
No,
say
that was the
more?
start of his turn.
Oh, fun.
Sorry, guys. That just happens on initiative 2. Actually, I think what the Warlock is going to do is
change his mind, realize the error of his ways.
those ways. Which one is the red thread connecting to?
It's going to go to the
It's going to go to the
The Feywild
It
one?
hasn't moved yet, though.
Understood. Okay, so I think he's going to Arcane Gate up to that platform up there.
How much is the range on that?
500 feet.
Wow.
And then I think, let me see, what else can I do? And then I'm going to summon reinforcements around me. So I roll a... Oh, no, that happens at 18. Never mind. We're good.
Okay.
That's his turn.
That's his turn. That brings us to initiative order 20 in the top of the round. Let's begin with a brief word picture. There's a lot happening on the field of battle, so this is not including 60-second timers or anything like that. On the cliff top, where the machine has been built, Laredith has successfully activated it. As she does so, out of the void that has been kind of ripped into the ground behind her, 3 shadow creatures emerge, clawing their way onto the field of battle to threaten them, with Kay and Garlel taking a position to try and defend her. At the same time, on the other side of the cliff top, Owlin faces off against three kind of low-level bad guys. There's a warlock in the middle that he was going to fight, which has disappeared, essentially. He's kind of vanished in a purple arcane mist, leaving Owlin to fight these 3 mooks. Jeb and Cheddar are kind of standing together, surveying the battlefield. They've just completed an arcane circle of great significance and then used some counter spells to hopefully keep it alive, although we haven't really seen what it does yet. The machine, kind of humming away, whirring, has begun to form new threads that will connect magic back to the world. In fact, that red one, we can roll a little bit, about halfway of the distance to the Shadowfell platform there. That's not the Shadowfell, that's the Feywild.
Oh, I thought you said it was going to the Feywild.
No, that one's going to the Shadowfell.
Oh, I'm
It goes
sorry.
one at a time. It does them linearly.
I
So-
see. I for some reason heard Feywild when you first said it. My
No
bad.
worries. Maybe I said it wrong. I could have done it wrong too. It doesn't matter.
It's a wild Shadowfell.
For what you actually see on the field of battle is this thread begins becoming more real in the world. It's like it's phasing into existence. So you're seeing, it kind of, it's like a
twisty
laser when you shine like a laser pointer and then mist comes in front of it.
Oh,
So you're
yeah.
seeing it kind of spread out and grow towards the giant platform in the air. As it's growing, Laredith is like, we have got to get to those spires. The avatars need to be there to anchor that magic. We also have on the spires, the private security goons have just deployed a bunch of their archers and snipers and people to kind of protect that territory. And we have the emergence of both Andromeda the Silver Star and Thrax and How, 2 ancient dragons on either side of this combat, one enslaved by the Aboleths, one recruited from the Feywild, who are doing battle on the Fey platform. There were some private security goons there, but ants under the feet of giants.
Yeah.
They are all gone. And that brings us to the top of initiative order,
goons
which
gone.
belongs to Fox, with the airship on deck, followed by Tactus and the Warlock's environmental actions.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Just as a general DM question. Has Thraxon Howl and the Lady Star, Moon Star over there, have they
Moonstar.
have they
The Silver Star? Sure.
have they hit each other yet?
Yes, you have seen them both hit each other, but it doesn't look like they did any damage. They're blocking and maneuvering and stuff.
It's like a Matrix
Darn.
style martial
You
arts.
It's like a
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z fight.
Yeah.
You hope for Thrax and How getting
I
a
mean,
save.
we need that bop. I'm debating we use a cannon to bop him.
I think we need to get to a way to get to the spires.
All right. Well, is a lightning cannon kind of an area of effect, or is it at one target?
It should
Are you
say
guys
on
yelling
your-
this out on the battlefield right now?
No. Or I'm not.
It just says it's not super accurate.
Yeah,
deals 8d6.
it's not super accurate. Ronald is the one firing it, so it's not like he's got a lot.
And Ronald's got
Excellent.
a track record.
Point it at the bad guys.
It says Mr. Prophecy on the card.
Oh, then they're working together. That's fine.
I will go ahead and
Mr. Prophecy gets to hit the button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll use. Shoot, I don't know what to do here. I'll just finish off this. No, I need to get in there.
So, sorry, let me just back up a second because I think you're mistaking what's happening here. On the airship's turn,
He's fine.
on the airship's turn, you are just choosing
Sorry, that was
whether it
reflexive.
does or does not enter combat this round to give yourself legendary actions. You can use your legendary actions, your airship actions, at the end of any turn, yours or any other creatures.
Okay.
So you can call them when you want.
Right.
But the airship needs to be here
so
to do that.
Yeah, so you're basically just telling Bruiser whether he should get to safety or come into the fight. And right now, you've got that boon from chat where the dragons are protecting it. I see no reason why it shouldn't be part of the fight.
It's staying in the
So
fight.
it's getting in the fight.
Cool.
I'm gonna move Fox up. I do not provoke attack of opportunity because I've meleeed him, and because I'm a swashbuckler, I can disengage freely.
Cool.
And I will instead attack this green guy. Oh, yeah.
We call them gringos.
Yeah, I was literally thinking
my-
that.
Gringos.
4 on the die.
4 on the die. That's 14.
That hits.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You're talking about the mooks over here by Alan, right?
No.
No.
Oh, sorry.
Shadow creature.
No.
over by the
Oh, no,
avatars.
that doesn't hit. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
3 fresh shadow friends.
I heard green
Is he
goes.
flanked by K?
Yes.
Oh, advantage.
They're all engaged. Yep.
9 on the die.
A lot of weddings being
19.
planned.
Oh,
That
polycules.
hits.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you get sneak attack.
And you get sneak attack because he's engaged.
Oh, when's the wedding?
You just
All
have
right.
Just
8,
made that joke.
10, 13.
He left his wedding next to the shower.
Trevor, like Zoth, is in his own little world, and that is perfect.
13 plus 6, 19 damage.
19 damage. Boom! As Fox kind of slices into the shadow creature. It gives a little bit of a but it seems like tunnel visioned in on K in front of it. It doesn't even turn or acknowledge you.
Fair enough.
Is that Fox's whole turn?
Double checking, but I don't think while I could
Airship
do
staying in the
things,
fight
I don't
or
think yeah,
holding
staying
back?
in the fight.
Okay, the airship's going to stay in the fight. That's going to bring us to the so Tactus the Unyielding's going to take his turn. He's immediately going to dash over to help the avatars.
Is he slowed or no? Is he
No,
outside the slow?
he wasn't in the
Okay.
slow. He was outside it. So
As
he's
he's
going to
running past,
Yeah?
Jeb's going to say, push him out. Get him out of there.
Yeah. He's going to run the full dash action of the wolf, easily gets him there. He's going to loop around Fox and attack the one closest to the rocks. He's going to try and pin it again. Easy peasy, nat 20. Pins it to the ground, double damage, 18 damage to it as the wolf kind of latches on with its fangs. And Tactus is going to do the same thing he did to the first one he pinned. He's going to, reach up with his warhammer and basically do a golf swing to try and destroy it. And he is not able to hit. He's trying really hard not to hit the avatars too. And so he's like, oh, I can't swing the right way or whatever. And so he kind of displaces some boulder next to it, like breaks off some rock, but he does not hit the pinned creature at his feet. That's going to end his turn and bring us to the commanding actions of the Warlock. The Gunner and Owlin are on deck, followed by environmental actions of the private security goons being on deck.
So the rift opens up around his feet again, and this time only one mook pops out.
Okay.
So he's
Up
up
there
there
next
hanging
to him.
out. And then he's going to use his commanding action, and that shadow creature is going to reform, and he's not going to be penned anymore. But he's still going to be where he's at. He's just going to bloop.
Does that have a range at all?
It's just, he could just does
Oh, all right.
it.
He can just
Darn.
does it.
I can
Just
battle
does it.
cry and
Can he
remove
just
and
does
end
Bruno
one
Mars?
status condition.
Yeah, it's an arcane battle cry, so he's
Yeah.
removing a status condition, which in this case is pinned. So he cries and maybe it distracts the wolf, and so the shadow creature just hops to its feet.
Gotcha.
And that is the lair actions.
All right, that is the commanding actions of the Warlock, Gunner, and Owlin. It is your turn. The environmental actions of private security goons would be on deck, but your boon means they miss this turn, so Zothkug, you're on deck.
What about the avatars? Do they?
I put all the avatars together with Laredith, so they'll all go on the same
Nice.
turn
okay,
initiative
okay.
as her. It's just easier for my tiny brain.
No, that's good.
You said the spires are 500 feet away from the cliff?
Yep, and from each other.
Okay.
So Owlin, who is slowed by this slow spell, he has just finished like a slashing attack, and in slow motion, he puts his sword back on his back, and with his other hand draws his Eldritch flamethrower.
Okay.
And like all this fast stuff has been happening around him, and it's like I'd like to imagine that this whole time while this craziness is happening, Alan's just been in slow motion doing these two things, pulls out the Eldritch flamethrower and blasts it on the two mooks that are in front of him.
So anyway, he just started blasting.
So they have to make a deck save of DC 17.
Okay, they make a deck save of DC 17.
Flameo hot mook.
One of them fails and one of them succeeds with a natural 20.
Okay, so
Whoa, he's gonna shoot. I gotta dodge.
the failure takes 9 damage and the success takes half, so 4.
Okay. 9 and 4.
And then at that point, Alan will.
Both of them are dead.
Oh, nice.
Whoa.
The 2 he attacked, you can take them off the field and hand them back to me.
So Alan does that. They burn up, and
We'll need
still
more.
in slow motion, Alan like starts turning around to look at what's going on by the machine, and then starts slow motion running towards the machine. So he's going to move half his speed, 20 feet.
I imagine that it's like the fire very slowly comes out of the flamethrower, and when it touches the mooks, it like hits back into real time, and then like.
At the end of Alan's turn, can I use an airship action?
Of course.
To reposition Zothkug.
Yeah, where you want to put him?
Well, could we have
How does
the
that work?
How does repositioning Zothkug with the airship work?
So the airship swoops in and picks him up this round,
Oh.
and next round he can put him anywhere. So
Cool.
let's just set him
Oh.
on the airship for
So it
this.
takes him out for the round.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's going up here.
Right. Or wherever.
Yeah.
So
But-
could he be on the airship doing like his normal actions, like without being on the spire?
Could he be repositioned onto the airship?
I think no, because I think the idea being that it's like too dangerous for the airship to stay on the field of battle near all the warlocks and stuff.
It needs
So
to
Bruiser
swoop
like
in.
swoops in to do a thing and leaves again.
Okay,
More like a ladder's lowered.
Yeah.
and you
Yeah,
just grab it.
exactly.
got it. So Zoth wants to go to that spire.
Okay, so this round Zoth is on the airship. We can take him off the battlefield and just set him on the airship or
okay.
wherever you want, or in your hand. And next round you can put him anywhere you want on that platform.
Yeah.
Also, the big strings that are on the platforms, you can climb those as a
Mad
normal
lad.
half your move action, to climb up to the top. So
What Gunner might do, seeing that, is there because Gunner's turn is next. Is there a way that Gunner could get on the ship when Zothkug does that, or if not, can Gunner like say, "Oh, can you get me next?"
sure.
Could
If
that
he's
happen
next to
the same turn?
Zothkug,
Yeah, they were close to each other.
sure,
Like
yeah.
right on the edge of the cliff,
Yeah.
so that makes sense.
Yeah, I'll
so-
say if you're adjacent to each other, you can pick
Okay,
up other
so
people too.
Gunner's, I guess, action then will just be to get on the airship as well.
Sure.
That's the end of my turn.
Great. And then that brings us to the private security goons who missed their turn this round as the explosion from the Grey Watch just kind of rocks the ships, and you see the formation kind of rearranging itself off in the distance as they continue getting closer, which means it is Zothkug's turn. He's on the airship this round, which brings us to Jeb and Cheddar with the tension die on deck, followed by
Did we
some
do that fourth
enemies.
boon already, or am I?
We did it.
Okay.
Yes.
They were dope boons too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because one of the boons was Josh was like, something's gonna happen later.
Right,
A
right.
ripple in the wind.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Okay. So Jeb, as this thing is all
Ripple,
slowing down and everything, Cheddar is just kind of slowly like holds his hands out, and Jeb runs by and grabs a small gray bead out of Cheddar's hands and just runs.
Okay.
Jumps up over. And just boom and throws it. He says, while he's running, he's like, Laredith, does the magic go in and out or just out?
From the planes?
From where your feet?
Magic is happening here already.
Okay, and so he's just gonna throw that bead at the ground.
Okay.
And a tiny hut is gonna go and encase 10 feet around where Laredith is.
Oh, nice.
And so they're in this, and the machines are all in this big protective bubble there, and spells can't go into it, but they can come out.
How big is the hut?
10 feet.
Radii?
10 foot radius, so 12 feet or 20 feet in diameter.
Okay.
So I'm focusing on.
Are the walls impervious to attacks?
Yes.
Okay, so I think
So
that would
it's like
probably sever
this.
the actual connections. Oh, well, yeah, they might all fit in 10 feet. I'm trying to make sure it can still stay connected to the batteries,
sources.
the big batteries. I don't know if it can in a 10 foot. Well, maybe if you centered it right. Hang on. 10 foot radius?
Yes.
Yeah,
so
10 foot
20
radius,
foot
so
total.
20 foot circle.
20 foot by 20 foot.
So it needs to be in 4 by 4 squares. 1, 2, 3. It works this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. This battery is like just outside the edge in this direction. Nudge it over. It's a cool plan. Let him have it. Nudge the little.
Just give it a
battery
little
in there.
nudgy
Yeah,
nudge.
just a little. The battery. Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
I'll take it. You can move me
Yeah.
back 5 feet. I'm fine with
Yeah,
that.
we'll just pull Jeb back 5 feet there.
Does it
so
push the bad guys out?
No, they're in it.
Okay, so there is one shadow creature in there with Laredith and
So
Kay.
he, as part of the spell, you designate who is allowed to pass through it, and he has designated like all of the four guys company essentially, and it just boom. Oh, yeah. He actually is going to need to be in it. Actually.
He has to be inside of it for those who couldn't hear Wash's microphone very well.
Sorry,
there.
yeah, he's got to be inside of it.
Okay.
But yeah, so if we can push them out, they can't come back in.
Okay, great. The shadow creature that's in the hut with you is going to use its reaction.
Okay.
And it's a reaction to seeing a spell. It's going to make an immediate attack. So it's going to make a single attack on Laredith.
Okay.
It does hit her. It deals 20 points of damage. Laredith is going to use a legendary action to succeed on the save for knockdown. And that is the end of that combat. So Laredith takes 20 points of damage. So Jeb, you see this hut spring up. There's only one shadow creature in there, but it reacts so quickly. It's like before anyone can even do anything, boom, a chain kind of spikes out from its hand and just like bashes into Laredith's shoulder. So it doesn't grapple her or anything, but it just kind of smacks into her. She kind of, boom, slams back against the wall of the hut.
Is the one behind Laredith the only one that's in there?
Yeah, the other two are outside.
I was expecting the other ones to be in there
No,
too.
the other two are outside the hut. 20 feet's not that big.
Yeah.
So the other two are outside the hut. Suddenly, they're just looking at the wall of a hut on one side and a snarling direwolf and a sword-drawn rogue and a tutu on the other side. And that is what we see on the field of battle here. So that was Jeb's turn, right?
That's Jeb's turn.
What's
Then he's going to
Cheddar
use
doing?
a bonus action to pull the hand of Jebediah and just clock the guy right next to him again.
Okay.
That's a natural 20.
Natural 20. Okay.
Nice.
You kill him. That guy's low on HP.
Okay.
Let's go.
You kill, because he's had people beating up on him for a while here. He just fizzles out and gets destroyed.
Yeah, that would have been like 8d8.
Yeah.
And if you would, continue to move the hand
Nice
right
Wilhelm
there
scream.
next to Fox. And he's going to join the fray right there next to him.
Cool.
Unfortunately, it's a spell, so it can't penetrate through.
gonna join the fray. He never
yeah,
knew.
it can't go inside the bubble.
Okay.
And then Cheddar
Yep.
is going to say, "Take it."
Beat in his hand.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And then he's going to start walking towards Owlin.
In slow motion.
Yeah.
Alan is in mental anguish, moving in slow motion, watching just everything in this fight happen around him. He's just like, I can't do it.
And Cheddar's going to say, "Which platform are we going to?"
Which launches us to the tension die, which I've just rolled. And we've just rolled the 5th tension die, so the next time we will clear a pool of 6. But there are no complications this round.
That's good.
Real quick.
Yep.
Right after, it's still within the round, right?
Yes.
We get 2 airship actions.
Yeah, one of them has been used by Zoth.
Yes. I'm going to use another one to just laser cannon somebody up here.
Okay. Lightning cannon, you mean?
Yeah.
Great.
Laser
Orbital strike.
lightning.
Okay. You
Up
lightning
or
cannon.
right down.
Yeah. Up, right. Precision airstrike. Okay.
Who's the target? Tell me who the target is.
Warlock.
Well, yeah, the warlock.
Okay, the warlock is the target. And
One more time, and he would have showed up behind you.
You see the spell lightning bolt as the ship is picking him up. You know, you hear Mr. Prophecy going, "I'm gonna hit the button." And Ronald is like, "I'm not quite aimed yet." And then you hear this massive lightning bolt explodes out of the
It's a
ship. Yeah.
DC check, right?
No,
No?
it's a percentile roll. It's not like
Oh.
to determine how much of the space you pick it covers.
Alan never had time to like actually really fix the
You know,
lightning cannon.
that's canonical.
Yeah.
You know.
The line of the lightning bolt, boom, the 3 private security goons closest to me, dead. But it does not hit the
That's-
warlock.
That's still good.
It's kind of like as the ship zooms by, you know, a little lightning blast comes out the side of it. I think I had, yeah, there we go. Have this.
Nice.
There's your lightning cannon as it zooms by.
That's also the sound of Alan's rage whenever he enters the range. Nice.
I can't wait to start
There's a storm coming.
It's going to be a glorious fight.
Okay, so that was the end. Oh, that's a legendary action.
Did
That's
you
not
just
a
say
turn.
it's a glorious fart?
Fight.
Oh.
It is the shadow creatures and the lieutenant's turn. So I'll roll for the shadow creatures, and then we'll roll for the lieutenant, and then we'll roll for the avatars, and then we'll be at the
And
top
then
of the
we'll be
round.
rolling and rolling.
Then we'll be
Our
rolling,
first
rolling,
round
rolling.
of slow. We've
That is
got
correct.
one more
We
round
do
of
have
slow,
one
and
more.
then the next
Yeah.
round it's gone.
That is correct.
Okay, the two fighting Tactus and Fox both missed their attack. Oh shoot! But the one that's fighting Laredith, nat 20s, and then an 18. So it's a nat 20 to knock Laredith out of the way with the chain, which it does, dealing another 20 points of damage to her. And then it's going to attack the machine with 19 on the die plus 8 is gonna hit. So it breaks through the AC of the machine, which has a little bit more than 30 hit points, right?
It has exactly 30 hit points on the sheet.
Yeah, but then you reinforced it twice.
I'm
Reinforced
going to
it.
use the rod to cause that attack to fail.
Great. So that Laredith or the machine?
Machine.
The machine. And I would like it to fail so bad that he trips and falls through it and goes out of the bubble.
No, unfortunately, the failure is one below the DC in that condition.
Yeah.
So the chain, it looks like it's right on target, and then through no explainable reason, the chain just misses.
Jeb winks.
It just, it bounces off the wall. Some sparks, magical sparks, kind of.
It's a reaction to use the luck rod?
What's
Yes.
that?
It's a reaction to use the luck rod?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
I know he's counting.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
No, you're good. It is a reaction to use it.
So that's the shadow creatures down there, and then we have
Keeping us in check.
Mook's on the field. This Mook is going to chase Owlin down, which it can easily catch him because he's slowed. So that Mook's going to chase Owlin down and make an attack. Owlin is facing away, so he's going to roll it at advantage. He's got a natural 20 to hit. He's going to
Slow
hit.
down with the 20.
It is not.
Mm.
Not when I use a chronal shift it is, but with the rod, it just says when you hear the results, you may choose to force it to fail or succeed. It doesn't say
So
it's
there's
a
no
reaction.
specific action economy to it. That's
I'll give it to you because I wrote it dumb. That should have been a reaction. That's my bad. Okay, so that creature is going to attack you, Owlin. It's going to deal. What is that?
The best magic items are the ones that are written dumb and
It
that
deals-
just roll with the story.
It deals 16 piercing damage
Okay, so
as
8.
it like kind of bites into your leg as you're running, which it's halved because you're raging.
Yep.
And that's going to end that Mook's turn. The Mooks up here are just going to take the dodge action for this round. Actually, the private security goon up there, he's going to take a shot at Fox. No, he's not. He's 500 feet away.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
He's like, I'm American sniper.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
going
their
for
thing.
it.
So that brings
He's
us
not
to
FP.
the lieutenant.
I think the lieutenant and his little mook man are gonna climb down the ladders to the lower tier.
Yes, sir.
Yep. So the two of them reposition to the lower tier there. Anything else?
No, I'm 500 feet away. Fortunately, there's not much I can do at the moment. Y'all show up here. I'll cast levitate on myself.
Okay. Yeah. So he's hovering in there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a box
I look cool.
underneath of him so that way
Nice.
we know he's hovering. I'm gonna put a box under him.
Do it.
Think of how less cool he looked. He looks a lot cooler now.
Yeah.
He's always looked cool.
That's what
now
I
he's
thought was
dead.
gonna happen. Let's just, but yeah, thank you.
Just
Just put the box next to him so we know he's levitating.
just. Okay.
I'm over here to break things, okay?
Anything else from him, or is that his turn?
That's
All right. You hear the draconic roars and the impacts and thuds. You see Andromeda bash 5 feet to the side as Thraxenhow lands a hit with one of his wings. Just kind of slams the like bony, spiny part of his wing into Andromeda, and she's kind of knocked to the side. She goes, "That was incredibly rude." And she pulls out her ball of yarn and she throws it into the air, and it turns into her tail as the illusion fades a little bit in her anger, and you see just her dragon tail boom slam down on the top of his head. But Thraxenhow catches it in his jaws. She tied his AC. So he catches it in his jaws and spits it out. Not tied his AC, one under. And spits it out again. And so it kind of like slams into the ground. The whole platform shakes a little bit under the weight of their fight with each other. And that's going to bring us to the top of initiative order after the avatars take their moves. Laredith is going
Just
to
bop 'em.
immediately turn around to the machine and make sure it's okay. She checks it. Oh, that chain didn't hit it. She turns back around and she's going to, she can't make any magical attacks until we reconnect the planes because she's divine. So she's going to just like literally melee attack it, you know. Untrained melee attack. She hits it. It doesn't really do any damage. Kay throws a stein at it, and who knows where the stein came from. Kay pulls a stein out of his pocket, throws it at the pocket stein, throws his pocket stein at the shadow creature and hits it for 3 points of damage.
Ouch.
Kay hits it for 3 points of damage, and it's bloodied from the pocket stein. Let's go.
Kay is carrying us right now.
Kay is
A
carrying.
skilled bar fighter.
So he does that, and then Garlel flips his cane over so that he's holding the like the little metal top of it, and then the wooden part is extending outwards. And he pushes a button on it, and it spits out, and a rapier is inside the cane. It shoots the sheath off of it, and he's going to lunge and try and attack the shadow creature. He gets a sneak attack bonus, and he doesn't hit. So he attacks with advantage, but he doesn't hit. He doesn't want to kill his fellow avatars. It's a tight room. And so he's going to just stay where he is position-wise, and that's going to end his turn. And that's all of the avatars in there. Satonia is frightened. She rolls a save to recover from the thing. She passes it, and she's going to... Satonia is going to move towards Owlin. She's going to try and help get him clear. So she has a move distance of 80 feet when she dashes. So she'll do whatever that is to get her towards Owlin. She's just going to rush that way. And the leap off of the mountain, she'll roll a jump check to try and not take the damage. She does. She takes 3 points of damage as she just leaps off instead of climbing so that she can get the full 80 feet of motion there. So she rushes towards him, and that brings us to the top of initiative order, which means that it's going to be Fox's turn. Airship, whether it's in or out of the... Well, I guess it's in because it's going to drop off Zoth. So the airship,
And gunner.
and then...
Yeah, Zoth and gunner.
And then Tactus. Those are the 3 things on deck. So, Fox, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm just gonna keep kicking him, I guess.
Connecting some dots.
Why?
Because I just was smart enough to connect some dots.
Actually,
Oh, what dots?
Your dots.
My dots?
Your dots.
Oh, okay.
Don't talk about another man's dots.
Tactus, do you have this? I look over to the king.
Chat grants a boon.
Ooh,
You
yay.
look over at Tactus, and he goes, yeah, I'm just going to give him advantage. Tactus is like, what do you think? His wolf is still there, like, snarling with the thing in front of him. Yeah, I got it.
I'm going in.
Go in!
And I'm gonna I've melee attacked this before.
Cleo is melee attacking a shadow creature.
She's using the melee to not have an opportunity
So
attack.
it doesn't have opportunity attack. I'm gonna enter this bubble.
It is so cramped in
The
there
tiny
that
hut, it
literally
is
you're,
really
you're
tiny
all
and
sharing
very crowded.
spaces.
Were they designated to be able to go through the bubble at the
He said
start?
all of 4 guys
All of the... Yeah.
They were
as
designated.
a company, not 4 guys.
We have our little
Understood.
badges that we show at the
Yeah.
door.
I
It's,
agree.
it's like a scan, like
It's
you swipe in.
limited. It's limited. I'm just trying to keep
All right.
you honest.
I'm not used to having another me.
Yeah.
the table.
Look at all these counter
And I
spells.
put him on
happening.
this side of the screen.
I
Yeah,
know.
that was
All right.
the DM secret.
So I'm gonna go ahead use panache.
Okay.
This is a wisdom against its insight. And if I win, it has disadvantage against others.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
1v1 me, bro.
What'd you roll?
Insight is 19. That's the DC to beat.
Oh, I'm okay. That's a 24.
Yeah.
Chronal shit. No, never mind. Chronal what?
Jeb is so excited about Chronal Shift that he's like, wait, wait, we won that one.
He's like seeing the probabilities and the numbers and everything, and it's like at 5, and then
math
boom, it
equation
snaps up, and
meme.
he's like, oh, okay.
The math equation meme
Yeah.
is spiraling in front of his
Exactly.
Unless acted upon, disadvantage against others. Don't touch them. I'll handle them.
Okay.
face. Okay. Is that your whole turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Great. Airship action. So, Zothkug, on your turn, you'll get deposited where you need to be, and it's staying in the fight. So you both get. We have a total of 2 more airship actions this round.
Yep.
That's going to bring us to. Sorry, my initiative tracker's moved. That's going to bring us to Tactus the Unyielding, who's going to roll with advantage because of chat granting a boon. Thank you, Muffin Man, for that boon.
That's a spicy boom.
He's going to nat 20 on that
Yeah, let's
advantage
go.
roll.
He's dead.
Tactus is, or
The
the?
Shadow's gone.
I was gonna say I don't know if it's even worth bothering to roll initiative. I'm looking at his HP over here. Yeah, he's dead. Shadow creature off the field. Boom! Explodes in a big sensory fire. Unfortunately, you are inside the hut and like occupied, so I don't know that Jeb can see that. Because you were talking about trying to like.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about
yeah,
it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Boom! Energy dissipates. That
You
one
can't
is
see
gone.
out. You can't see in.
Okay, cool.
But don't worry about it.
He's going to Tactus is going to use Rallying Cry because he can. Up to 3 allies Tactus can see within 120 feet may use their reaction now to immediately make one melee or weapon attack with a weapon they have already drawn. So he's going to designate Owlin, Kay with his Stein, and Garlel with his rapier as the 3 attacks. So Alan, if you want, you may use your reaction to make an attack on the mook who's chasing you.
Yes.
Do it.
Please.
And Garlel and Kay are both going to continue their bar brawl. Oh, well, no, they're not supposed to, right?
Right.
So they're
Wait.
going to hear you and they're going to be like, but, okay, we won't. And they're going to like hold back. They're like, but we really want to get at him right now. I feel so rallied.
Alan can't because he's slowed. He has no reaction.
Oh,
Womp womp.
dang. Designated the wrong folks. Rip. Okay. That's going to, and he's going to, I'll reposition him too. He'll reposition towards the shadow creature that was left outside. Yeah, that one. He's just going to walk over there like, hey, buddy. And now it is there. And that is happening, which brings us to the Warlock's commanding actions with Gunner and Owlin on deck, followed by the Private Security Goons environmental actions.
So we're just gonna make some more mooks.
Okay.
We make 6 more mooks.
Oh man, but they're with you on
6
your
moves.
They're with me on the
platform.
platform.
3 mooks here.
And there's a bunch of mooks over here.
So where's that?
I forgot this
those are
mook
private
was on the
security
battlefield,
units.
so we're going to move him over to be one of those mooks.
Where's that thread gonna be connecting at?
Here.
We are at the top of initiative order. Yeah, so the thread is just
doing this.
connecting to the lowest platform there.
Understood. The one that we're on.
Yeah, the one you're on.
So all of them are going to save their.
Should I connect
Their
it at the
actions so I
center
can
or
attack
at
it.
the edge?
Yeah, they're gonna like attack it. We're all gonna attack it.
I'm out of those kinds of mooks, so you get however many mooks we just summoned.
There's
3.
2 over there.
Yeah, you can have those 2 as well. Just move them to him. So we'll take that action out until more of them die. I need to refresh my chessboard here in order for that to happen.
I would like to cash one in for a queen.
No.
That one's not dead yet. That one's still
Just ignore him.
engaging.
You can die.
Yeah.
He can die.
You can die. It's fine.
He could be dead.
Yeah, that's whatever. That's my other commanding action. You die.
That's your command.
Yeah, one status condition. The status condition is alive.
Okay.
He's gonna die.
Okay.
And then I think their plan is to just start destroying the thread.
Okay, so each of them is going to roll an attack. I'm going to treat them like a swarm since they're all doing the same attack. So I'll give them
Excellent.
1 attack roll with advantage to represent all of their attacks instead of rolling for each one. With advantage, we've got a 7 and a 9 on the die, so it's still going to be close. 9 plus their attack modifier of 5 is a 14. The AC of the ethereal threads is 16.
Boo.
Boo.
So with a 16
Yay!
AC,
Yay! I booed just because I heard booing.
The mooks attack it, but they're not able to break through the energy. As
Okay.
they
wanted to be a
they
part.
attack, little like gouts of flame and stuff start kind of coming off the side of it, and yeah, being there. It looks like Apple Katie has granted a boon.
Yay!
My girl.
Boom, boom. We are living off your boons. Like
This boon sponsored by Apple Cats.
Oh, I'm saying. Y'all need to kill the
wind.
warlock so I can get
All
in chat
players
sarcastic
may, at their
Banes.
discretion, spend up to 5 of their hit dice immediately recovering HP, kind of
Oh,
like
nice.
the healing surge action.
Guess
Nice.
what?
So
Fox
if you
can't.
want, you may use up to 5 of your hit dice right now to
You
recover
can't.
HP.
You're necrotic damage.
Well, yeah, rip that.
Wow.
So that's tough for Fox. That is.
I was about to ask, like, I missed it. I was too focused on
Apple Katie,
things,
thank you.
and I'm like, it doesn't matter.
Chat coming in clutch for our heroes here. That's going
That's what I did.
to.
I instinctively knew.
Let's see. We did the lieutenant's commanding actions, which means it's Gunner and Owlin's turn. The environmental actions for private security goons are on deck. I'll try and ready my soundboard ahead of time this time.
Gunner is on the airship with Soth, And
What's he gonna do?
Gunner is first going to turn to Zoth and reach out like a big stone arm for a handshake and say, "Hello, we haven't really met yet." So he'll do that, and then after the shake, he'll say, okay.
Don't go on the bottom platform.
That's I was about to tell you that because what all I want to do is you see this, and he holds out his Gnomon Guard grenade.
Yeah, man,
and he
I see
says,
that.
I want to drop this at a range where it will hit most of them. Not the thread thing, the wispy thing. Don't want to hit that. But I want to drop this so it'll hit some of them, and then we go on there, finish off the rest.
I got a thing I got to do before we go on there.
What's your thing?
It's a spell.
All right, is it okay if I do
10
my thing?
seconds of your turn.
Go.
All right. Gunner is going to drop a Gnomon. He pulls the pin on a Gnomon Guard
Okay.
grenade, and he is going to try to drop it at a range where it just like the range of it. It should
Great.
only probably
he's
be
gonna
used
cook
for.
it.
He's going to cook it, and it's gonna. This is Gunner. He's
This
up
is
here.
part of him getting off the airship because he gets deposited this turn.
Okay, so he's cooking his Gnomon Guard grenade to then hit these four.
What's the range on that Gnomon Guard
It
grenade?
is 60 feet diameter.
Oh,
but
so
he's
he wants
trying
it to blow up
cook
in
it.
midair.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
And if he needs to make a skill check for that,
will.
that's totally fine.
He will.
But he's trying to cook it so it blows up and only gets these four without including
just
the
gonna
warlock.
push them all off
Yeah.
the other
side.
That's what he's trying to do.
Great. Roll a sleight of hand check. I will tell you the DC is high to pull this off.
Understandable.
Hasn't he cooked a grenade before?
He has, yeah.
I've put one on the stir fry a couple times.
He's perfect.
Well, but this is combining cooking the grenade and positioning it right.
Sure. Gunner doesn't have inspiration.
that
Alan
wasn't a
does.
challenge. I was like, this feels familiar.
Gunner has a +10, but he rolled a 3 on the die. That's a 13.
It's a 13. All right, I'll let you choose how Gunner fails.
Okay.
He either misses and it blows up harmlessly in the distance, or he hits the platform and hits them, but also the threat.
Can I use an ocean?
You can use an ocean.
Oh.
Yeah, you can.
Can we put a little like tube deployable slide off the side of the airship to make positioning grenades drop?
So Fox is
bomb
like, I'm
chute.
gonna fortify the terrain. He heads over to the airship and starts like hammering and nailing. Yeah, absolutely. Roll a, what would that be? Improving the shit. That's probably like a survival check. Roll a dex-based survival check to see how well it targets.
Ooh, okay. So no proficiency bonus. Do I get the dex modifier or the
Yeah,
survival?
dex-based.
Okay. Then that's a 14.
14. That's a fine job nailing it on there.
Yeah, I
would
just, like,
say that's
bent some,
enough.
like,
I'd say that's enough to give
random
him
sheet metal.
advantage. We'll give Gunner another roll.
Okay.
Yay!
Boo. Boo.
Oh, I love the oceans music.
Now,
Two.
now we've like
Oh, that
rewinded,
throwback.
and he's like holds the pin grenade, and then he like
drops it
just like
down the
drops it on
slide.
the chute.
Gunner's like, why was I gonna throw this?
Only marginally better. That's a 15.
That's a 15.
What is with those
It's
rolls?
not too bad. Yeah.
They're mooks, man. You throw it with a 15, you hit them.
Okay. What about the warlock?
Yeah, you hit the warlock too,
Okay.
sure.
But
I
right,
think he
it's
gets
hitting.
I think he gets a. They get a dex save for half damage or something.
That is
right?
correct. Let me
The number?
read out the
Will
Gnomon
it
Guard
hit
grenade. It's
the-
crazy.
The tower itself, like the center of it.
No,
No,
that's
because that's where the thread is
yeah.
anchored to. So only mooks, basically. There's 2 mooks and the warlock who are going to get hit by it.
Oh,
or
not this
3.
guy?
Three
Sorry,
mooks, yeah.
Yeah,
So
3
the,
mooks. and
the
a
mooks
warlock.
should just be dead. Because this is going to be a DC
lot.
15 dex save against 8d6 fire damage, 8d6 thunder damage, and 3 rolls on the Wand of Wonder table.
Oh, it's cool.
Jake.
Thank you.
Okay, let me look up the Wand of Wonder table.
So
Please turn the warlock into a potted plant.
okay. So
Chat delivers a bane.
Because he's dead. The
Uh-oh.
warlock has 9 hit points left.
the warlock is dead. Okay.
He's
then
dead.
it's really just the Wand of Wonder table that needs
Yes.
that needs done.
Okay, and then we'll do the bane.
Oh dang, man! I was gonna do something so cool.
And then you
Do
did
it on this
something
one.
cool before me.
I was like, as soon as I die, I'm casting a bane. And I did. And it was great.
You guys, screw you.
That's his last. Like, first.
I freaking love the Wand of Wonder. A stream of gems bursts from the ground like a
Let's
geyser
go.
erupting upwards, dealing 1 hit point of damage for each gem that hits the mooks. So we'll just deal like 13 or 14 damage to the mooks on the other side, kill one of them off.
What kind of gems?
You cast Lightning Bolt.
Oh my.
So the spell Lightning Bolt arcs across them, kill another mook. And then the last one is you cast Invisibility on yourself, but since the grenade is like off in the distance, I think you cast Invisibility on the remaining
one of
2
them.
mooks. Yeah.
or on both.
So those 2 mooks are invisible.
So Gunnar climbs down the ladder off the airship and he's slowly coming down and he just kind of like steps onto the platform as gems are raining down all around him, and he just kind of puts his
Amazing.
hands on his hips and looks at doesn't look at the last 2 mooks. Suddenly puts his hands on his hips, looks cool, and then squints and realizes he can't see the last 2 mooks. He's just like, oh man.
It's like, where did it go? Okay, that is going to...
That was Gunnar. Is it okay if I do something with Alan real quick? Or
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, Alan is still slowed. Because he's still slowed, he's running. He was running towards the
still
tiny
got a mook
hut in
next
the
to you.
machine. I know. So Alan, being slowed, trying to use as little of his movement as possible, he still has his flamethrower out. He just tries to like turn around and like use the flamethrower one more time to get that last mook. So it needs to make a dexterity save, DC 17.
Uh-oh.
It fails and dies.
Okay. So with that, Alan's going to move 20
Add him to
more
the mook
feet
pool.
towards the tiny hut.
Great. Alan moves 20 feet towards the tiny hut, which brings us to the private security unit's regional actions. Again, you hear from Randy, who's like, I'm dialing in on the signal. I'm getting closer and closer here. I think maybe if I can... Is this working? I think I'm getting a video signal from them. What are they? And you hear some response.
Oh,
The one that's slowed. Target them. Incendiary.
And
Oh, dear.
sure enough, it is nearly instant that you hear the incendiary on its way in.
Does that mean they're targeting Alan? Which for some reason Wash is holding Alan.
Alan, roll a dexterity save.
All right.
wait a minute.
It's slowed.
And he's slowed.
You have a platinum shield.
You do not have the plus
you
2
get-
from Zoth, though.
Okay. So he has the let me
-2 on dexterity saves from slow.
Yes.
You have an AC bump from your platinum shield.
Correct. But
the
I have
AC doesn't
fire
matter, 'cause
damage.
it's
But I have
safe.
fire damage
platinum-
resistance.
The platinum, you get fire damage resistance, but
And-
the platinum shield gives you evasion. So if you fail, you still take half damage.
Okay, and Alan has advantage on dex saves he can see. So
There's a lot going on here.
that's a 15 minus 2 is a 13. Let's see if nope. Yep. So that's a 13 on the save with resistance to the fire damage and potential and I can
Evasion.
shoot and evasion. So potentially I could just say I take
you
0
fail?
damage. I don't know yet.
Oh, 15.
I had a 13 total
13 total.
because I had rolled a 15, but it's a -2.
But you have... Yes, you're correct. You're correct. I was thinking something else.
Did I fail or succeed?
You failed.
Okay, so because of all of the things that we just said, Alan can this one time say, I actually take 0 damage because I'm going to use the evasion from the shield. Because he has
yes, I
resistance.
see, 'cause
Yeah.
it
If you
would've
fail,
been half
you
damage.
now take
Yeah.
half damage. Not,
Yes, but
not
then
0.
plus evasion.
No,
Beast Street,
Alan
that's crazy.
failed, so he would have taken full damage.
No, but he has the resistance to fire damage from the shield, or no?
Causing
Oh,
chaos.
well, so you would take half damage.
I would take half of half.
You would yeah,
Okay,
you
so
would
I
take
take
quarter
half- I
damage
take
'cause he
quarter
has
damage. I'm
resistance
sorry.
to fire.
Okay.
quarter damage.
You take 14 damage.
I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
Lots of
I know.
damage being
It's,
neglected.
we don't use auras very often
Yeah.
in our
Yeah,
game.
chat. We're not used to playing by
So
the
he's
rules
like-
of D&D.
he's slowed
so
down.
We're still. It's been 3 years.
The
We haven't
shield
really
that's like
learned.
orbiting around him is like
Yeah.
taking up a bunch of that
We're
damage.
not used to physical spaces.
We're not used to spaces.
Yeah, this space throwing me off.
Maps
It's
are really
awesome,
wrecking
though.
us here.
Oh yeah, it is awesome.
Okay, that's going to bring us past the private
How much
security
was the
goons.
damage?
14.
14 for him after his math.
Yeah.
That is that was a quarter?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
That was
Alan did his cool slow motion flamethrower thing and then
Suck
got
it,
rained
T-Sav.
in fire. Got rained in fire, and then now he's back to normal speed.
Okay, Zothkug is up next, so you get deposited somewhere and may take a turn with Jeb and Cheddar on deck, followed
Okay.
by the tension die, which is a clearing of the tension die. You're going to roll 6.
oh
So Zoth wants to be deposited on the bottom level of this one,
Okay.
and he's going to cast the spell Dawn on the top part.
The The airship zooms by, depositing Zoth exactly where he wants to be. And he's going to cast the spell Dawn.
You told me to roll 60.
So this
Next.
this bright light
In the big
descends upon this top portion in a 30-foot radius cylinder that is 40 feet high. I need every creature inside of that to make a con saving throw.
Okay, I'm going to do the same thing I did before where they roll as a
Nice.
swarm. So I'm
Yeah.
going to roll with advantage,
Swarm
but it's for the whole group.
tactics.
So that is a con save of, what was the DC? They rolled a 17 total.
DC is 18.
Okay, they all fail. Everybody
Wow.
up there.
So they're all gonna take 9 plus 4 is 13 plus 7 is 23 damage of radiant damage.
Okay.
This turn, I believe.
Yes, this turn.
Take 2 crossbowmen off and 1 pike guy off. As you just are kind of destroying into the forces here of private security goons.
Guys, this is my first deployment. Let's go.
And then whenever it ends its turn in the cylinder, it has to make the save again.
Chad has just activated Hit Harder, which is a reminder for this session in its entirety doubles damage of
of
all your
course this
attacks
would
and
happen.
all of their attacks.
Of course this would
Kill the
happen.
other 3 private security goons up there.
Lad.
Wow, that's
As it,
that is a
And
double-edged sword.
as Zoth casts this, he says, "May the holy light bless this spire."
and then the spire is blank. There's just nothing on there anymore. This big ray of moonlight casting down. I'm still like here. Okay, so that concludes that turn.
Stinker.
As the private security goons fail, their forces are going to use a kind of environmental action similar to what you're doing, like a reaction where they can call something in. And they're going to say, things are bad on this one, strike it! And they call in another airstrike. As before, Randy is able to kind of patch into the feed, so to speak.
They killed them. What? Can you pulsar it? Pulsar it.
Copy that, sir. Deploying pulsar. And there is a massive, it's like a streak from the sky of purplish, reddish energy slams down. Dirt and dust and everything flies everywhere, and Zothkug makes a DC 21
Oh.
dexterity saving throw to avoid being blasted off the side of the platform.
Oh no.
You wiped out our troops? We'll wipe out the floor you're standing on.
Nope.
That's a nat 20.
It's a natural 20?
That's a nat 20.
Let's go! Zothkug nat 20. Okay, so Zoth, you're still going to take the damage, but you're not blasted off the side.
Okay.
So Zoth, like, digs in. He's still praying to his god, sinks to his knees. This explosion, dirt and dust and grime are flying past you. But as you're praying, Zoth, you begin to fade into the ethereal plane. And you feel that difference allowing you to anchor yourself because you're kind of semi-corporeal.
Yeah.
So you take the damage still. You get the bludgeoning damage, which is a total of 41 points of bludgeoning damage.
Was that doubled?
Holy.
Yeah, that was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Zoth be like, kill me once, shame on you. Kill me twice, shame on me.
You said 41?
Yeah, 41 points of damage,
41.
but you are not blasted off the side.
That's good.
The airships in the
I think
distance.
that's exactly half of your like full hit point counter.
Almost.
Yeah.
The airships in the distance moving kind of closer and closer. You also, at that point in time, as we move down the initiative order here to, who's next after that? That is Jeb and Cheddar. You're going to be next, but you also hear Laredith saying, I can feel it. The first thread is ready. The next one will begin. And she's kind of indicating this first magical thread has completed its, it needs to be anchored. Like an avatar has to go out there and do stuff on that platform, but that one is formed, and next round, the ethereal one will begin forming.
Meredith.
Can I use
where's
the airship to redirect one of the avatars?
Yeah, that's the end of a turn. So yeah, you can reposition someone.
I'm going to reposition K.
Okay. You reposition K. The airship swoops in to pick him up. And this round, K is on the airship. Next round, you can deposit him anywhere on the field.
Gotcha.
Meredith, which platform is it going to next?
Okay, I believe statistically speaking, she rolls out her map. There's like 2 shadow creatures in here with her or whatever. She like unrolls her
That's
little
all right. They're
blueprint
currently
stuff.
pairing with
Yeah,
Fox.
she's like unrolling her blueprint. Garlo, can you stand a little bit to the left? You're kind of in my... Okay, it looks
sorry.
like based on this platform and the way the things are, the ethereal plane should be next. We started with the dark side of the material moon, so to speak, and we're moving towards the light side of the material moon, so to speak. So the ethereal plane should be next. That one should begin forming any moment now. She kind of looks down at the machine like, "Come on, buddy, come on. This can work. This can work. This is going to work." And that, yeah, back to your turn.
All right. Jeb is going to take the hand of Cole, or is the hand of Jebediah? Sorry. And he's just going to smash it against that one remaining shadow creature on the outside. Essentially, he's just going to be like, "Quit hitting yourself," and just like bam, 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 bam against the outside of the dome. That is a 16 plus 9 to hit.
Okay.
25.
And
That's gonna hit.
yeah, I think that's like a lot of
That's like gonna be a lot of damage.
Yeah,
that's what we call that in the business.
4d8. One lot of damage.
Give him the business.
Ooh, yeah. That is 16 plus 5 plus 1.
22.
22
22 points of damage.
Did you double it? Is that with the double?
Double it and give it to the next person.
Remember the hit harder?
Oh, no. Do we double dice or we double number?
Double number.
We double number for hit
That's
harder.
44.
44
Yeah.
points
Heck
of
yeah.
damage puts it within an inch of its life. You see it swaying, and Tactus's wolf uses its legendary action. It can only use this once per day. Howl of the Ancestors. When a foe is reduced to its last 10 hit points of damage, the remaining 10 hit points of damage are dealt. And so the shadow creature disappears, and you hear this victorious "ow" over the battlefield. And then that ripple in the wind you felt, you hear an answering "ow" as two of the royal direwolves of Udril
Heck
come
yeah.
over the cliff top.
Let's go.
Nice.
I'm going to turn to Owlin. You can't see me, but you can hear me because I'm talking out at you.
Yes. Yes.
Owlin, I'm going to make a portal over to one of those. Where do you want to go?
Point me towards the dragons.
Okay. Cheddar, you on it? I'm on it. And I am going to Cheddar is going to cast Arcane Gate.
Okay.
And he is going to put a portal down here.
Oh, that's what you needed that for.
Nice.
And
Come up with your own ideas,
very
Shadow.
cool.
Come on.
Very cool. Okay. There is an arcane gate there. Is anyone moving through it on your turn, or is
Was it Alan
is it
yet?
his full turn to cast it?
Cheddar's not going to move through it yet.
Okay.
It's a concentration, so he can keep it up for 10 minutes.
Great. Cleo, 6 tension die, please.
Oh, the bullets for the tension die is perfect.
That's pretty cool, actually. Yeah. 6 bullet dice.
Oh no.
How many ones?
I see one. I see
Just
one.
one.
Yep.
Just one.
That's not too bad.
Just
not
one.
terrible.
That's not too bad. They said not knowing yet what the
That's
complication
the
would be.
statistical likelihood
Yeah.
and result. So.
Yeah. We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, well, let me see. 1, 2. Oh, there's like 4
You guys
fours.
are going to be a
Never
little
mind.
sad.
Aww.
This complication, maybe a lot of bit sad. Okay. You
like,
cast this
how
arcane
sad?
gate, and as you cast it, it's cool, and the arcane gate's working. You see it swirling, whatever. But when it's done, there's still a swirl of magic over there on that platform. And as you watch that swirl of magic, you see a replica of the Chaos Warlock forming on that platform, materializing, and appearing again on the battlefield as the Aboleths send him in. You also hear a weird droning noise, kind of a buzzing or a humming of something as a great winged creature kind of appears next to him as his reinforcements. For this iteration, because you're formed by a complication, your Howling Void doesn't spawn new mooks. It lets you recover HP. So you roll a d6 of HP recovery every time you use it instead. You're kind of like siphoning more energy out for yourself.
Dust off that little character sheet, why don't you?
I see what you did here.
We're coming back for you.
Using the chat to cast hit harder and then coming back.
I truly had no idea. I
I
truly
didn't
had
tell
no
him it
idea.
was an option because I didn't want him to play like he had
that's
it.
good.
Yeah,
It's good.
I truly had no
We're just
idea.
poking.
It works for
Set
the
this guy
storytelling.
on that
I like
platform
it.
too.
Like, I waited till I was dead to do the chat stuff.
Adjacent to him?
Yeah, he
remember
just spawns
this.
right next to him as a support
Okay.
creature.
Well, that's a. You're gonna like suck all your blood out, like
You're not gonna
it's
like
like a
fighting
giant
that thing.
mosquito.
No, you're not.
Okay, so that's going to end the tension die's turn. Then it is the mook's turn. There are
2 invisible mooks up by Gunner.
There are
I
2
think-
mooks
I thought
inside of you.
One's invisible.
No, they're both invisible. The 2
Oh,
invisible mooks
okay.
by Gunner are going to roll to attack with advantage. I assume that a 17 and an 18 hits, but we
Yes.
should make sure. Okay,
Yes.
so both of them are going to hit him. They're going to deal 7 and 11 points of damage. One is biting him, and one of them is stabbing into him.
Are
However,
they both
the effects of the Nomengard grenade are wearing off because the invisibility spell, I believe, goes away when you attack.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
they both appear as they like bite into Gunner. Gunner's like squinting into the distance. What? You know, and then there they are.
What type of damage do they do?
Piercing and piercing, because
Okay.
it's a trident and a bite.
And how
So,
much was the total damage? Sorry.
7 and 11. So
Okay,
that's 18.
18.
18 total points of damage as they attack Gunner. And other mooks on the field. This private security goon up top here is going to take the. He's going to delay his action and set something to be triggered by if any of the heroes arrive on the platform. He's preparing an attack.
Gotcha.
And over on Thraxenhau and Andromeda's fight, I will roll their check. Whereas last time you watched Thraxenhau score a hit, you see Andromeda boot Thraxenhau so hard that he flips off the platform backwards and his wings flare out to catch him, and he rolls a wisdom save.
Yeah.
Yes. Pass.
Bopping time.
He fails.
No. Sorry.
And he swoops back onto the platform and continues the attack. Otherwise, they are still locked in this same stalemate. And that brings us down to the lieutenant and his demon, which is also the name of my book. The lieutenant will go first, and then we'll do the demon. So go ahead and do your lieutenant-y things.
Do the demon.
The warlock. Do the demon.
So it appears I still have some arcane gates available. So I think we're just gonna arcane gate back to the other platform and start
This
attacking
arcade
the threat.
gate is also open. Like,
Oh, okay.
okay.
This
I
gate
don't
is
want to
open
go
for
that
business.
way.
Yeah. So he's gonna teleport back over
Go over here.
Okay.
Is the demon?
where the threat is. No, where
We're
the
over
threat
here.
is.
Over here.
Because they're all 500 feet away from each other, right?
Yeah.
Right.
500 feet of summer. Where would you like to be?
Oh, so he has his own gate.
Right
And then
up here.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
he leaving the gate
man.
open?
No.
Okay.
No. Yes, he is, because his guy's gonna come through it.
Okay.
So he's going to order his demon to come too.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And then we're actually just going to. That was my action. And so I think we're just going to cast Levitate on Gunner.
You don't have to.
We're going to cast Levitate on Gunner.
Okay, what does that do to him?
You are now
levitates him.
floating.
You're floating.
Can he levitate off?
think it's just up and
Levitate
down.
controls up and down. That's it.
So basically, just it's like lifting someone off the ground and their feet are
Sure.
still going.
Okay.
So
You gave him the high ground.
Gunner,
I did.
Gunner do be levitating. The,
Oh, I know how to
the
levitate.
demon thing is going to follow through the gate as ordered, and it's going to immediately attack the thread.
Yes.
Because that was your order, right? Attack the thread, yeah.
Yes.
So it's going to attack the thread. And also, as it comes out of the arcane gate, Gunner, you hear an awful droning sound, and you need to succeed on a DC 12 Constitution saving throw or fall unconscious for 10 rounds.
Oh boy.
Oh.
The effect does end if you take damage if you fail.
18.
Okay, 18, you succeed.
Oh,
so
dang, that
Gunner
was
stays
clutch.
conscious. And you are immune to it for the next 24 hours, having
Oh,
succeeded.
perfect.
So you can hear it, and it's awful. It's like tinnitus almost.
Gunner's
they're
gonna
trying.
shake his head and look at the newly appeared warlock and just say,
Josh.
Yeah.
"Bloody friend."
At the end of this turn, I'm going to use an airship action.
Okay. It's going to use its attack to go after the thread. It does hit it, and it deals 16 points of damage. A huge gout of flame races from where your platform is down into the room where the machine is, and the machine takes 6 points of damage.
Where is it coming from?
It's
the thread.
following the thread. So the thread took
Spell
damage. And this
effects
thing.
cannot enter. How would that work?
They can only go
I
out.
think in order for me to let you use this to defend the machine, the connection has to be intact.
That's fair. I was
Because
just.
otherwise, because I think
okay.
otherwise, I'm not.
No,
fighting
let him
it. I
sever the
think-
connection. Just let him sever the connection. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Okay,
it's good.
so it fires down. 6 points of damage are going to attack the machine. Laredith is going to use a reaction as the mastermind of the machine to redirect the damage into herself. She takes 6 fire damage as she leaps forwards and throws like one of her artificer tools down. That anchored spike that she anchored into the ground. You see it fizzle, and you get the idea that it can only do this 1 or 2 more times.
Grubbug redeemed Aura of Destruction. I don't know if you saw that. That was
I didn't see that. Aura of Destruction for the session doubles all AoE attacks. Like the AoEs are all doubled. So
Yeah.
we're all double damage, all double AoE.
Wait, so does
this whole
AoE quadruple damage?
No,
No, so
it
it's
doubles
just
the size.
range.
It just doubles
Just
the
the size.
size
Doubles the size
of the AoE.
Yeah.
whole.
So your fireballs hit like the whole battlefield.
Yeah.
Yeah, same with Gunner's
So
one
my
remaining
thunderbolts are
explosive.
10 feet wide.
Oh,
What a,
Thank you, Grubbug.
Thank you,
That's
Grubbug.
bestie behavior.
That is best.
Yeah, that
behavior.
is some of
We
the
are
best
playing
behavior.
with fire. I'm sorry, we're playing with lightning and fire, but still.
Okay, so that's going to
Double
conclude the
damage
demon
and
thing's
double
turn.
area.
Actually, it's going to maneuver itself just so that it's not. It wants to face towards the cliffs in case anyone comes to attack it. So just where it is, spin it around so it can't be like surprise attacked or whatever. That concludes its turn and brings us to the top of initiative order, which means that with a zoom, the thread begins forming between the platform and the ethereal plane. And I've got a gray one over here.
Separate threads.
This one is for the ethereal plane. All right. And so this round, it is just at the machine's end. It has not moved
Can
over
I
to the other side.
Oh.
do a ship
Yes.
action?
Go ahead and use your airship action.
I'm gonna reposition Zoth,
Okay.
so you could just take him off the platform.
Yep. So Zoth gets taken off the platform for a
Measure
brief
twice,
moment
cut
here.
once.
Nobody is on the platform.
Give us a little slack.
So
that's all.
that airship action was last round. So this round you'll land somewhere.
Yeah,
So I was just saying that for you.
he was already landed here. What?
I'm
He's doing it
repositioning
again.
Oh,
again.
okay, got it. Cool.
I can't let that happen on that
So
platform.
that puts
yes.
us at initiative order 20, top of the battlefield.
So after I'm gonna use one of my legendary actions to do a multi-tack against the thread.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Why you do this?
Why you do it?
Why you do this?
I have been tasked.
We took
with
you
a
to
job.
breakfast.
I let you into my house.
I delivered you to coffee.
You did deliver me to coffee. It was delicious. 18
It's
hit.
not there yet.
18 to hit.
It's okay.
That's going to hit.
All
You
right.
hit the thread.
And then another 18.
Another 18.
Yeah.
So that's 36 damage, right? 'Cause there's 18 damage. Or is
Oh
that
no
to
no
hit
no!
again?
18. Both of them
Okay,
hit. He
you
does
hit
2
twice.
attacks. Yes.
I was like, holy.
It's not connected yet, but
Batman.
it'll be connected next
And
round.
the dagger does
2 rounds.
5 piercing
2 rounds?
and 10 psychic.
Well, undo it. I'm sorry.
5 piercing, 10 psychic.
15.
So a total of 30 points of damage.
Yes.
30 points of damage into the arcane thread
Oh, that's no good.
that is anchoring
Oh,
the
no.
Shadowfell. A huge gout of flame races down, and again, Laredith takes all 30 points of fire
Holy,
damage as this
okay.
huge bolt of fire races down the line of it. Laredith is bloodied.
Yeah.
Also, we see that the thread itself has not snapped, but we talked about how it looks like a laser going through like a cloud of smoke. The cloud of smoke is starting to fall apart in the middle. It's like getting thinner and wavier. So that's how things are going over there. Which brings us to the top of initiative order. I think a word picture is in order. As we look at the battlefield, here, we see the tiny hut that Jeb has constructed to protect the machine has become a bit of a damage container. In that everyone is kind of stepping on everyone else. It's hard to get to anything. There's still a shadow creature in there, who I think I forgot to give an attack to last round, so lucky everybody else. And there's just these gouts of flame that keep racing down the arcane thread. The machine is still humming away, but it sounds less stable every few minutes as this thread takes damage. There have been these 3 massive spires that have kind of popped out of the ground in the distance. One of them is really just a fighting ground for 2 dragons at the moment, although an arcane gate has appeared there. Another of them, the ethereal one, has this huge radiant moonbeam just blasting into the top of it. I don't remember how long that spell lasts.
It's 1 minute, but
Okay.
it's probably gonna break it as soon as he leaves.
Okay, so then it's probably done now.
Yeah.
So this moonbeam is fizzling out, leaving one platform untouched in the distance, essentially. The fleet of airships is moving closer and closer. The dragons of Fladena are still protecting your airship this round, but this is the end of that boon. They're starting to tire and they'll need to leave the battlefield. and we have the Shadowfell platform with its crags of fire and stuff. The Shadowfell platform has a fully formed thread, but it is under attack from a warlock and a demon, with a single private security goon bravely holding his own on the top platform.
And then there's two mooks
guarding
down
it. Yeah,
here too.
and two mooks fighting Gunner on it. The direwolves of Udril have kind of entered the main battlefield, but there's not very much for them to fight, and so they've taken kind of an overwatching position to protect Tactus, their king. And Tactus is engaged in combat with the final shadow creature, which is... Oh, no, it died.
No, it died.
We killed it. We used an ability on it. Get him off the battlefield.
Bye.
Get rid of that guy.
There's just the one.
And that is how things stand as we move into Initiative Order 20. Or actually, above 20 is Fox, who will be followed by Tactus the Unyielding and the Warlock's commanding actions.
Laredith,
Yes,
how bad
yes.
if this breaks?
It would be catastrophic. We could turn the machine back on, but the amount of collateral damage that would blast out of this thread, it would be like all of the magic of the Shadowfell came out of the machine.
Gotcha. Okay, so we might not be around for that.
Yes, that would most likely make all of us be dead. Yes.
Yes. Okay, understood. Everybody who can, while that gate's still open, we gotta get through that gate. I'll hold off this one shadow creature, but there's a gate going from one, and then I think that gate's still open. That thing.
No, the warlock dispelled his gate right away.
I thought he let this thing through.
But you can dispel it whenever.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
But we gotta find a way to get there. So get there.
you.
I'm gonna hold him off, and I attack the shadow creature again.
Okay, you attack the shadow creature again.
Nat 20.
Yeah.
Let's go. All right. And we're gonna
You
stand up.
As I roll the bullet dice for your d6s, maybe.
They're fun.
That'd be cool.
Course. Seven so far with the sneak attack. Max damage with the D8.
Excellent.
So that's
Excellent.
what, 15
Plus, or
4?
and then so 19 times 2.
19 times
30.
2.
38.
38.
Yeah.
38 damage.
Okay.
Everything's doubled.
38 damage so far. Is that all of it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, yeah. You deal 38 damage. Just describe how you destroy this thing.
Yes.
It breaks into sensory energy, so you can use that for your...
I'll deal with them. And the thing's like, as it's turning around, realizing it can't do much else but fight me.
I would like to try to control the chaos energy.
Okay, we'll get to that when we finish this. But yeah, we'll
Fox
give you the roll.
goes down as it's turning to face him. Thank you. Sorry. As it's turning to face him, Fox goes for an attack, but it's actually a feint as his leg comes out, sweeps through, and cuts through his legs dissipating at the knee. It falls down, reaches forward to try to grab, and I just go ahead and rapier straight through its chest.
Nice.
And it dissipates. And I would imagine that gets formed back into a singular.
It kind of, and it's going to blow out from around you, and kind of, Jeb's going to try to suck it up into his blunderbuss.
Excellent. Roll an Arcana check. As
I
last
can-
time, this is a very difficult check to roll.
It's a very difficult check. I'm going to roll in the box.
Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah, roll in the box, Jeb.
That's totally
9.
going to get it.
9? What is that with your
On the
mod?
dice, yeah.
Oh, with my mod,
It's Arcana.
plus 14. So 23.
The DC is 25.
And as he sees the probability form around it,
Yeah.
he's going to use his last use of the Rod of Luck
Ooh.
and cause it to succeed.
You gain a 7th level spell slot.
What he would like to try to do, if this is possible instead of a spell slot, he would like to try to funnel it up the thread and fuse it with magic and repair how it has been discorporating.
Like heal it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
That's really cool.
That's a good plan.
Give me 10 seconds
Yep.
here to think about the implications.
You go ahead and process that.
Implication thinking time. It's the
Josh
time
knows
where
the
we
lore
think
and
about
how things work.
implication.
He wants to finish.
He's like, give me 10 seconds to
Jeb?
think, and then everyone makes noise.
Jeb sees the shadow creature die. Using your blunderbuss, it's almost like vacuuming up the energy.
Yeah.
It comes in, and it's so much chaos
It's so
energy
powerful.
that by the time it's in the blunderbuss, it's like it can't be held in place, and you just like turn as quick as you can, and like a raging bull, this thing is back out of the corral, racing up the line of it. It gets to the end, and it deals. Let's roll that out there. Fox, roll every d6 you can see.
And Gunner's going to be subject to this too, I think. And it's doubled. Oh, man.
And
All of those are d6s.
yeah, just roll all that. That's fine.
I'm gonna
That's
put them
enough.
all in here and just roll them all.
Yeah, just roll all those. That's fine. Here's the moment.
I'm fully prepared for Gunner's permadeath. There's a chance that this gets double
There is a
max
chance.
HP.
There is a chance here. This is definitely an AoE thing.
Yep.
It's gonna come blasting out the other end.
Oh my. Okay.
All right,
Start counting.
Read them
Doing
off to me.
calculator method?
Yep,
All
I
right.
got it.
2, 4, 5, 6, 4, 6, 4, 3, 2, 2, 1, 2, 6, 4, 2, 5, and then equals whatever multiplied by 2.
58 times 2
Numbers are activating.
Gunner is permanently dead.
is 116, whatever this is.
In a 150-foot diameter blast that ricochets off the Shadowfell platform, the actual Shadowfell it's almost like a veil being lifted, or like a mist where in the mist you can see the Shadowfell instead of the material plane. Just spreads out in every direction. In the center of it, it looks like a volcano's erupting. It's just this massive fireball that kind of explodes out in a huge gout of flame. It balloons upwards in a mushroom cloud. Gunner and the Warlock and the Demon and all, unless you've got a reaction that can save you from the damage.
I'm sorry, Jake.
I can
okay, I
make,
have a-
if
I
it's
have an
a
ending
save,
thing.
like a deck
I have
save
a-
or something.
It's a
then-
deck save for half.
He's a rogue. He
Okay,
has
then I'll
evasion,
take
right?
half.
So he can take half
Okay.
damage.
Because I can do a legendary
this something
action.
What's
can
half
see?
of that number?
58.
Doesn't matter with it. Like
58.
Okay, so he takes 58 damage.
That's a lot.
Gunner
Gunner
it
does
is
have
something-
evasion,
Okay.
so he can technically take half.
Yeah, roll
he
it.
is still
He is levitated.
Roll your deck save
Yeah,
for
so
half.
he's just floating. Yeah.
Okay.
Because the plan was just to push him
He's
and
the
let him fly away.
Team Gunner's blasting off again.
Yeah.
Gunner's spinning over and over in place.
It was just push him and he's gone. So
15 plus deck save. Sorry, that's a 17.
Yeah, I set the DC at 16.
Okay, so
Nice.
so Gunner takes half in that case.
58.
58. So he is unconscious.
Yeah. The
And is there a blast out too? Because he's
Yeah.
levitating.
no, it's not going to push him outwards.
Okay.
Levitate's going to keep. It's only up and down.
Okay.
He's stuck there.
Is the Warlock still alive?
The Warlock is still alive. The Demon is
Go
dead.
back up here.
yes.
So Gunner is dead.
The Warlock used a reaction to take half damage.
Okay. Oh, okay. I was like,
Oh, no.
116 damage?
And we can take that demon off of the field of battle. This is going to make your combat significantly easier. Not having to deal with that demon, that's a big win.
In the brief moment when Gunner could see the volcano of energy before he was knocked down, Gunner's eyes get as wide as anyone's ever seen them, and I guess the Warlock only sees this, but Gunner just says, "It's bloody beautiful," and gets knocked down.
It's the way he wanted to go.
Yeah, he went out
yeah.
as he came in,
Yep.
explosively.
So I'll roll death saves on his turn in secret.
Sure. Or if you, as a reminder, this is the first drop to 0 hit points we've had for a player character. We have 3 options in this game. You may roll your death saves as normal. You may make a cool death action, and we will just, I'm not gonna let you just kill an aboleth with it, but
Sure.
within reason, you can pretty much do whatever you want as he's dead after that. When you
Warlock.
make the action. Or you can you can reduce your death saves to a single roll that you pass or fail in order to take another full turn as your dying happens.
Gotcha.
Those are your three options.
Gunner is going to go the death save option this early in the fight.
Sure.
Yeah.
This early in the fight, he says 3.5 hours into the session.
It feels early to me.
I had that realization. It's like, we haven't intermission and eaten pizza yet.
Yep.
Yeah.
And this has all happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
How's the thread looking? Is the thread still messed up?
No, the thread is actually rejuvenated.
Cool.
We just gave more Shadowfell to the Shadowfell, so that thread is like looking good and actually I gave it a huge HP bump.
Well, after that action, I'm going to use my another legendary action and do 2 attacks against it.
Oh, no,
Okay.
you don't.
You do 2 attacks against it. As the mist closes back up, Jeb, you're like squinting at it to see the results of your work. You can see Gunner suspended unconscious, and then you see incredibly the kind of smoke-charred body of the Warlock draw its daggers and continue attacking the thread.
So one was a gentleman's 20, and the other was like a
Gentleman's
9.
20.
So
Okay.
he does 15 damage to it.
All right, which doubled is 30.
Still a lot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, 5 piercing,
But-
10 psychic.
The thread would probably be dead right now
Yes.
if that didn't happen.
No,
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Gunner is in full support of what you just did. complete and utter support.
Gunner's like, please don't feel any guilt. This is how I've always wanted
Like,
it to be.
I wanted this.
Whose turn was that? Fox. That was Fox. That was initiative 23. That's where we were in the round.
What did I do? Oh, because Jeb used his thing to do a thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Tactus the Unyielding is going to take an action. He's going through the arcane gate. Put me in, coach.
Put me in.
He's headed over there. And as he gets over there, he's going to use Belief of a King as an action 3 times per short rest. Tactus can grant an ally 1d8 to add to any roll of their choice. So he's going to basically encourage Andromeda as he sees her there. And he's also going to ready a javelin attack so that if Thraxenhau is ever off the side, he's ready to try and hit him with the javelin and wake him up. That's going to end Tactus's turn and bring us to the commanding actions of the Warlock with Gunner and Alan
Gunner's
on deck.
death save and Alan's
quick
action.
question.
Gunner, do not tell us your death saves.
I will not.
Yeah.
I
Do
will
the
not.
wolves move on Tactus's
Yes.
turn?
Yep.
These wolves?
Oh, yeah. I said before, they're just going to kind of protect there unless there's
okay,
something
okay.
to attack. But yes, they would move on his turn if there was something for them to do.
Got you. Just wanted to make sure.
Okay, so I have 2 different abilities that summons guys.
You can summon mooks,
get
but
him
not
and kill that
Okay,
shadow creatures.
perfect. So we're gonna summon
Gotta
some
kill that
mooks.
warlock.
So we're gonna roll a d6. So 2 mooks appear.
Cleo, they're in front of you now.
We
2
two
mooks, and they appear
mooks.
adjacent to him.
2 mooks appear.
Sorry.
Okay. I'm here too. It doesn't have to just be you. That's what friends are
We
for.
do this together.
Friends are for putting minis on the field of battle.
Yes.
Yes. And I think it's gonna be it.
I cannot overstate how cool this whole
Oh,
the
terrain
setup
and
is
mini setup
fantastic.
is incredible. Yeah, like I cannot overstate that.
He's done with his.
And I can't
lair
believe
actions.
at 2 a.m.
Okay,
last night I fell for Josh telling me that the holes in the table were
I was like,
accidental.
I didn't have a piece of wood big enough, so I'd use this scrap wood and it had holes in it. And Jake's like, why are they perfect 1-inch diameter holes? And I was like, I was doing some other project.
And then I was like, you know what? I've been there. I've done that.
I've made 3 perfectly 1-inch holes in things.
Yeah.
Okay, so
As
that
you
concludes
do.
the commanding actions, which means it is Owlin's turn and Gunner's save with the private security goons' environmental actions on deck.
All right, I will not reveal Gunner's save.
Okay.
This is pretty spicy.
Okay, that was Gunner's save. Won't tell what it is. Alan is going to charge straight through the dimensional gate.
Yeah, he is.
His full speed is 40. He's now back at regular speed.
Okay.
With 40, is he able to get to the top thing? How much distance
get
is
in.
it to get
10 to get in.
to get up the?
It's double movement to climb typically, unless you have a thing that lets you climb
so
faster.
because I didn't want to have to suspend your minis halfway, if you have half your move action available, you can climb to the top, regardless of your move speed.
So
Gunner
what-
does. At
So
this,
Gunner
or
does.
Alan does. I'm
Alan
sorry.
does. Sorry. Yep. So Alan's going to do that, and then great. So he didn't even have to burn a dash. So then Alan, with his electricity crackling around him, he gives a nod to Andromeda as he gets up there. Just kind of a little nod.
Oh, hello.
Once again, just hi. And then we'll do his full Scimitar of Speed triple attack on Thraxenhow.
Yeah.
So
Get that, Bob.
That's 3 separate attacks. So that's three separate
three
saves.
separate attempts.
Tactus is go ahead.
Yep.
Do your thing first.
19 on the first one. 25 on the second one. 29 on the third one.
2 of them hit.
2 of them hit.
So that's 2 wisdom saves from Thrax.
It will be, yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Am I close enough to you that my 19... No, never mind. That's not how it works.
No.
So that's 1 plus... So the first attack is... Sorry, I'm... 14 damage for the first attack, and 20 damage for the second attack, so 34 damage in total.
34 damage. He
that
failed
double?
both of his saves with a 4 and a 9.
What? Was that a double damage as well?
That was me incorporating
Okay.
the double damage.
Yep.
34.
I don't want to kill a dragon.
Alan will give like a little bit of like a gesture of like, come on.
The problem is he's just not very bright.
He's very stubborn. All right.
Doesn't he
Dragons
have
are either too
legendary
bright or not bright enough.
That's the end of Alan's turn.
Yeah.
Tactus is going to use his third legendary action to Rallying Cry. Up to 3 allies of Tactus within 120 feet may use their reaction now to immediately make 1 melee or weapon attack with a weapon they have already drawn. So if you
That's
want to hit him
you.
again, you
Yes.
can. Yep.
And
that's
so he does-
Andromeda.
can.
Yep. That's both of them.
Natural 1.
No.
Yeah.
One's crit in my presence.
I'm so conflicted because I kind of want to win, but I want you guys to win, so I don't know what to do.
Alan, you don't take any damage. Andromeda doesn't take any damage. But as you attack Thraxenhow, he moves in such a way that you hit the spine of his wing instead of the like canvas of it, and it knocks the Scimitar of Speed from your hand,
No.
and
It
it
is-
plummets off the edge of the platform. At the same time, Andromeda is going to roll an attack.
You wouldn't happen to have that.
No way,
conveniently
Andromeda
spirit
now
bounded.
won her attack as well.
No.
As that's happening, Andromeda tries to attack, and Thraxenhow, enraged at the first thing that hits him, is going to immediately use his breath weapon on her full force right up close. So Thraxenhow breathes out his breath weapon,
He should have brushed his teeth.
which has... Is he a line or is he an AoE?
Double range, double
Probably a
damage.
cone.
That's I need to check what his... It's a 90-foot cone. So now it's a
Excuse me, 180
180-foot cone. So it's not enough to hit the end of the field of fire. He is right
But it
next
almost
to Alan.
reaches halfway back to the mountain,
Yeah.
which is pretty
A
intimidating.
massive blast of coal, or of cold. And I think
That's
he's
Jeb.
right.
That's Jeb's next spell.
He's
Massive blast
adjacent
of coal.
He's adjacent to Andromeda, so I think that he's gonna not hit Owlin. I think it's like she's
One or
right
the
at the
other,
point of
yeah,
the cone.
yeah.
So he's gonna hit Andromeda with it. He nat 20'd. It's quadruple damage.
Yes.
He deals quadruple damage on 72.
Does she have a
72 times
legendary
4.
resistance?
Oh, that's a good question. Let me see.
248 damage.
Maybe she could pass the
248
dex
damage. She has...
is going on?
I was too busy writing down that my Scimitar of Speed was lost. What even is going on?
All right.
She
Cone-
also nat 1'd.
Breath
Thraxenhow
weapon.
used a reaction to Cone of Breath with the double AoE double damage. And then he crit, so it's quadruple damage on a double-sized Cone of Cold.
Okay. Wow.
Why couldn't you
Wow,
roll
wow.
that for her?
Andromeda went from 330 hit points to less than 100
Wow.
with that attack. Right? That was, you said it was 200 and how many?
248.
248.
Right.
So that's
Yeah.
130 down to
70
yeah,
be
130 minus
140.
48 takes her to 92.
288. Sorry.
288 damage?
Yeah. 72 times 2 would be 144.
Yeah.
B Street
times
confirms
2
the
would be
288 math.
288 damage. Dang. So that's 130 minus 88, so minus 50. So she's in the 40s with her
I
hit
mean, we
points right
kind of
now.
didn't like her.
No, that's not
saying.
true.
Alan didn't like her. That's why he just kind of gave her a nod.
So to be fair, if she fails her save, she just takes the damage. You don't roll double damage for.
No,
he
I know.
doesn't crit.
No, it's double damage because Thraxenhow crit.
Understood.
Yeah.
Understood.
Yeah. Okay. So That's going to be.
That was Alan's turn.
I'm not.
It's okay.
Because
It is the.
It's okay.
No, because Thraxenhow made an attack to do an attack. That's
Understood,
what he crit
understood,
on. So I gave him an opportunity to attack her, and he crit. So that was a
Understood.
double damage.
I'm just
Don't
over
rules
here-
lawyer me, boy.
No. I wanted to be fair. I wanted to be fair.
I tried to warn you, Chris. I tried to warn you.
I was trying to take less damage from Thraxen. or for,
Wash has been warning
for
you.
your
Josh
cool
doesn't
dragon.
know the rules of D&D for like months.
No, he knows the rules.
Okay, environmental actions for the private security goons. Randy again is kind of tuning into what's happening down there, and so you get the little feed from them as they try and figure out what to
Making sure
do.
we do math right.
What the hell is happening? Stay away from that green spot. The darkness, the fire. We need to get reinforcements there stat.
Okay, deploying reinforcements, sir. And you hear the one of the private security goons' airships flashes over the battlefield just fast enough to drop off a wave of reinforcements. They deploy 12 private security goons, which you actually have most of them over there.
On
they're
here?
the crossbowmen and the knights on the top platform. And then they will take their turn to immediately climb down to the next platform.
How
they're
many?
gonna-
A dozen.
12.
So their turn is climbing
Just
down.
all of the
Yeah,
minis
their
that we
turn
have
is
here.
climbing down. Because
I think.
I'm basically saying the dimension
Yeah,
door
yeah,
is half
yeah.
a move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of the. Yeah. All
Yeah.
the.
So then we can move them down to the next floor. That is their turn. The machine, the thread is now fully formed between them. It needs one more round before
Can
it
you
will
hand me
continue.
two guards over there?
Oh, yeah.
And then that brings us to it is Zothkug's turn with Jeb on deck,
They're
followed
all
by
going to the bottom platform.
I think they
Jeb
go
and
down
Cheddar,
next
I
turn.
should say, followed by the tension dice.
He said this turn.
Wait, this turn they go down?
Yeah.
Oh shoot! This is like crazy.
I
So that reaches the machine now. It just hasn't finished forming. And then next turn, the machine will finish that. The turn after, it will begin forming to the Feywild.
I'm
It's
very
Zoth,
conflicted.
Zoth's turn. Yep.
Because Gunner's right there, but that is a lot of enemies.
AOE it. AOE it.
Yeah.
Gunner would be okay with it.
Gunner
Yeah.
would want this.
Yes.
So
I'm
Zog
sorry.
is going to cast Dawn again,
Okay.
which is
It's
originally
like Dawn, but more.
a 30-foot radius, so now it's a 60-foot radius. I need every creature in that to make a Constitution saving throw. Gunner automatically fails for being unconscious.
can stop us.
Private security goons will roll as a swarm. They all fail, all 12 of them.
DC 18.
There's, I think, a couple mooks up there. No, we burned off the mooks, so it's just the warlock and the private security goons, right?
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
so then his roll.
18 on the die, 20 total.
Okay,
Oh, there's two
so
mooks he
passes.
summoned.
I summoned 2 extra moves.
Okay,
Yeah.
so those mooks will roll as a swarm. They also failed.
Okay, so it's 40-10 or half as much
So-
if you pass.
Double it and give it to the next mook.
Double
So
your
that's
legs.
8, 10, 18, 19
Times 2?
times 2,
38.
38 for all of those that did not pass. And then half of that for...
I know you just spent a lot of time putting them up there and then a lot of time moving them down to the next platform, but all but 2 of the private security goods are dead.
It doesn't matter which ones?
No.
Warlock's looking rough, but he's still up.
I'm treating him as a swarm, so that's the...
And put Zoth on the top, by the way.
Okay, yeah, that's where the airship drops him off?
Yeah.
Cool. Jeb and Cheddar, it is your turn, followed by the tension die and the mooks.
Dang. All right. Well,
I
technically,
love that
Jeb
nobody
moves
is contesting the ethereal plane. Like, there's no private security goons there, and there's none of you there.
We don't need to be there. We need to be where the enemies are.
When is it Laird's turn? Or has it happened already?
She's near the end.
Okay, okay.
First. All right. Well, Jeb is.
Thank you.
She's initiative 2.
Gotcha. Along with all the other avatars, right?
Yep.
Gotcha.
And actually, the lieutenant and the shadow creatures are also initiative 2.
Oh,
Go ahead.
Goodness.
All right. God, dang it! I can't do anything, Laredith. I don't know if I leave here, this bubble's gonna go down, and you know that one of those airstrikes is just gonna come in here and wreck stuff up.
You have to stay then.
Why did he just
You're not
reply?
Laredith.
Oh, Fox
Okay,
is there.
okay,
Sorry.
Fox. Fox.
What do you think was happening?
I was like getting ready to get back into Laridith's character, and you responded, and I was like, "You're not Laridith." Okay, Fox says you have to stay. Then Laridith has her blueprints out. She's looking frantically for an answer. I'm gonna give her an Arcana check.
I'm just trying to role play with me.
Fox,
Yes,
you got this.
I have to, don't I?
I think we need to send you up there.
Send me in, baby.
All right. And Jeb aims his blunderbuss at the side of his head like he's going to cast polymorph. Pa-chung! And a little gray bead pops out. And he gives it to Fox. You're gonna go T-Rex as soon as you crush that.
Understood. How do I get there?
Cheddar, boom, 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 pops in and goes, fly, boom. And the arcane gate drops.
Fly, you fools!
And you are now potentially a flying T-Rex.
All right. It takes 2 fly turns or 2 fly movement.
2 rounds of fly.
Okay, so yeah. Even with bonus action.
Sure, if you bonus action dash your fly, you make it there.
500 feet.
Does a T-Rex fit on that platform? It's only 15 feet of clearance.
Well, I'm just going off of, he said dashing.
No, I'm talking about when you get on the other end. Yes, you can
T-Rexes
make
are,
the
well,
distance.
it's a 15 foot or like a 15, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because they're
They'll
huge,
fit.
so it would fit.
That platform is also
Cool.
covered in daylight or dawn, if you will.
Okay.
And
Hey,
I'm just letting you know.
if that
All right.
warlock is not dead soon, you can go there. If not, you're gonna T-Rex battle this dragon.
I don't
Can't you drop the
think
spell as a free action, Trevor, too?
What?
I think you can drop the spell as a free action, right?
Yeah, you can
he's
drop the
living it
spell
up,
whenever.
though. For now.
Yeah, leaving it
He
up is a
doesn't know
good
the
idea.
plan.
Also, popping that
Yeah.
costs.
It's just an action.
It's an action. I'd have to use my full turn just to get there. I'm not gonna pop it yet.
Okay.
Oh well, you know what? I'll be right on the edge of flying T-Rex.
Nice.
Wait, no, I can't. No, I have to use before action, so I can't. Yeah, I'm just there.
Mathematic.
I'm just here
Check.
with this in my hand, ready to pop it. I can't pop it yet.
If you end your turn,
You don't have to use it. You can slash and slash if you want. But if you want to go big mode,
I'll stop outside of your range.
okay.
Yeah.
Which is 60 feet, so you're just like floating out there. That's pretty cool.
Goku style with your one leg hanging down a little longer than the other.
60 feet from the center of the spire.
Nice.
This is me floating 60 feet away from this.
Cool.
Perfect.
Okay, so that's.
I'm going to use an airship action.
Did Cheddar get put in there?
I was going to say that was Jeb and Zoth's turn. I don't know that Fox is actually flying this round, right?
see
Like
him.
Fox has the stuff, but it's not his turn.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
But that's fine.
No, it's okay. I'll
Say,
move
and he
back.
flew 500 feet so fast.
So that was Jeb's action.
Sorry, I got swept
to
up in
cast
the moment.
thing.
Yeah.
And okay, and then
I haven't left yet.
Cheddar cast fly on him and moved in. I think that's it for my turn.
Okay. The tension die will be rolled.
I'm sorry, chat. I just get so swept up in the moment. I'm like, I'm gonna go do the cool thing.
That's the tension die rolled and taken care of. It is the Mook's turn.
Can I
There
use
are
an airship
still-
action at the end of the tension die?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a turn in initiative, sure.
Can I use the lightning cannon aimed at the warlock?
Yeah, go for it.
With Gunner right.
I'm gonna roll to see if
Gunner's
it.
body right.
I'm gonna
next
roll to see if it hits it or not.
Yep. Did Gunner take the save for getting hit by daylight?
Did he take the save?
Yeah, or did he die?
I'm not allowed to tell you anything.
The tugboat comes soaring in, and you hear
enough.
on board an argument. Mr. Prophecy go, "No, it's like this. You can't hit the button until you're done turning the can." And Ronald is like, "No, I think we need to do it quickly. He ordered an airstrike." And there's a little bit of a back and forth, and then there's a delay where you're like, "Are they going to airstrike at all?" It looks like the tugboat has passed it, and then right on target, you get a. So that is a 10-foot wide lightning bolt.
Oh, that's gonna hit
that
the
stretches
ribbon, too.
200 feet long.
240 feet or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, 200 feet long. Still only hits this platform, blasting through him. That deals double damage against a save.
68.
Yeah. So that's a dex save for lightning bolt, right? Or is that a roll to hit?
You have Dex written on
Dex
here.
save.
Okay, great. What's the dex save that he needs?
10.
Dex save 10 to half damage. It doesn't matter. Warlock fizzles out and is gone again. That's a good question.
What
He
does
was
it
standing
bounce
next
to?
to the thread.
I was literally standing next to it.
Yeah, with a 10-foot.
I think it does then.
With a 10-foot width.
So it's going to deal that damage to the thread as
20
well.
foot, right?
So
No, I
what was
think
the
it's normally
damage?
5 foot. Now it's 10.
Oh,
It
gotcha.
deals 8d6 lightning.
Oh boy, that's no bueno.
Yeah, no, Warlock was at 14. He's done.
That's like
See,
That Warlock really did turn out to be kind of a glass cannon.
It was pretty great.
Okay.
It was pretty great. I didn't know I had 2 lives.
Jake, do you want to read those off to Wash again?
Yeah, is Wash going to do calculations?
I am here with my calculationer.
Okay.
Here it comes.
We've got 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 6, 3, 4, and then whatever that equals times 2.
27 times 2 is
54.
54.
54 damage.
Laredith.
Blasts down the thread. Laredith sees it coming and goes, I don't think I can stand that much. And she lets it hit the machine. Not all of it equates to direct HP damage.
Okay.
So the machine is not destroyed, but smoke is pouring out of it.
Didn't someone get a repair thing?
a repair tool.
You're right. Alan prepared a repair kit for her.
Yes. So
she can use it too. She's an artificer. So she'll do that on her turn, which is not far from now.
Are these guys dead?
Oh, they were in the path. They definitely.
Oh.
Dead. I would assume the 2 private security guards
Yeah,
are dead.
I didn't bother rolling for them. It's like, well,
Yeah, they're eliminated.
double damage, double width, lightning bolt. Sometimes these things, they do happen.
Yeah.
Okay, that's going to bring us to... That was the tension die. The mooks are dead. Are there any mooks on the battlefield right now alive?
No.
Okay.
No.
No books. No books. No books. Nobody reads on this battlefield.
I think Thraxon
And that
is
brings
the
us
only enemy
to
right now.
Laredith's machine, which I'll just put Laredith here because everyone else after this is the same initiative order. So Laredith is going to roll to repair her machine. Remind me the actual stat for the repair kit.
It's it can
Recovers how much?
repair 2d10 damage.
2d10 damage. Great. So she repairs 14 HP
That's
on the
good.
machine.
That's good.
A little bit of the smoke stops coming out. You, those of you who are in the room, look over thinking she's repairing the machine. You see that she's just gaffing, like it's just tape, holding in the smoke. She's like, that's not leaking. It's what's the infomercial one? Flex tape.
Flex tape.
She just like smacks some flex
Not
tape on the
sponsored.
side of it.
That's a lot of damage.
Repairs it a bit here, so that will bring it to that much HP, and that will bring us to shadow creatures' turns. I think there's none of them on
No.
the field too, right?
No.
No shadow creatures on the field. You guys are clearing out the swarm a little bit.
For Thraxenhow.
The private security goons ships are getting closer. It is Thraxenhow's turn as well. Thraxenhow is going to. He gets a direct order from his Aboleth enslavers. He's going to take flight and rush the thread, but he is leaving combat with Owlin and Andromeda. He provokes opportunity attacks
attack.
from both of them.
Yes, come on.
So Owlin just lost his Scimitar of Speed, his most prized weapon that he's used for the last years. It falls. He looks behind him as it falls, and as he feels Thraxenhow start to beat his wings, he just turns right around and goes for 2 fist attacks. just punching.
Beat him up.
Does he get his 2 attacks with the opportunity attack because he normally gets double attack? How does that work? Or does he just get 1?
I think it's just one.
Okay, well,
I don't
he
think you
goes
can
for one
multi-attack with an
opportunity
opportunity
attack.
attack.
He goes for a 1 punch.
One punch.
One punch Owlin, man.
4 plus 9 is 13.
I'm gonna
No.
punch a dragon.
Owlin,
And he
you,
whiffs.
you do punch him, but
but
it's a dragon.
Yeah.
Aren't you raging?
Yes, but
Is
that's
he taking AoE lightning damage from you?
not consistently. It's just when I start my rage.
Oh, I thought it all storms around you.
I don't think so. I think it's just when I first do it.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Andromeda shimmers visibility again as she loses concentration on the illusion that she's kind of using to look like the humanoid version of herself. And you see just like blood and ichor kind of draining down the side of her feathered neck and onto her belly. She goes, "That was just unacceptable." And she tosses the ball of yarn into the distance. And then her eyes flash this like emerald green, and you see her charge and use her breath weapon as her attack of opportunity. Thraxenhal must succeed on a save or take damage. This is not a roll to hit against his AC. So Thraxenhal is going to roll his dexterity saving throw. He is a dexterous dude. The DC for him to beat is a 21.
21.
He rolls a 16. Thraxenhal is halfway between the two platforms as the double length, double damage, double AoE cone of moonlight blasts out. It's like what Zoth has been doing with his spell, except focused into a ray that just blasts out from where she's standing. Those of you far enough away that you don't notice the illusion slip, it looks like she tipped her hat, and out of the center of the hat, just this blast of moonlight came out. The whole battlefield for a second is illuminated bright white, just blinding, and then it goes away again. Thraxenhal gets a wisdom save.
Come on.
Come on! You
I
stubborn.
wish Thraxenhal was more wise.
Thraxenhal rolls and continues flying towards the platform. However, he's not looking so good. So if you can't wake him up,
Wake up! Wake up!
okay, so Thraxenhal is down to, just to give you an idea of how things are going, Thraxenhal is down to 86 out of his hit points. He has 86 hit points left.
Wow.
Still has not passed a wisdom save. So this is why we don't like
Save
dump
his
stats,
life.
kids. And that will end Thraxenhal's turn. The avatars who are in the room with Laredith are going to use the aid action, and she's going to...
I'm dropping K off.
yeah, that's right. You moved K.
Yeah.
Garlel is going to use the aid action to try and help Laredith come up with a solution. So she's going to roll an Arcana check. They're trying to see if there's anything they can do to, improve the situation. Basically, unfortunately, they do not roll high enough, and they don't successfully figure it out. And then at the end of this round, the private security goons, you hear like a little bit of a, you're kind of getting into the radio. You hear some random mook who is reporting back, and he's like, call the school. There's nothing on the field. It's just happening. And you hear a thing of, it's going to take time to deploy reinforcements again. They have to travel over land. And there's just kind of this back and forth. You can hear a little bit of a panic in the radio communications. And then you hear someone else going, I don't care about the risk to the ships. Just do it. Do the double ordnance. And the next round begins at initiative order 23 with Fox. The airship is on deck with Tactus, and then Owlin.
So
I have to remove Gunner from initiative. That's sad.
all these platforms, I'm going to do some quick geometry, right?
Yeah.
All these platforms are 500 feet from a central point. So if I'm traveling from point A to point C, right?
It is always 500 feet, no matter whether you're going from the clips to the platforms or the platforms to each other, because that's easy on my brain.
I'm not going there, though. I'm
Oh, okay.
going to where
dragon?
Thraxenhau is.
Sure.
In the middle.
In the middle.
Okay.
Which is a little easier to get, and I'm going to still,
Yeah.
use, but I'm hoping then that allows me to pop the T-Rex.
I see. You want to get there and like run into him as a T-Rex?
Yes.
Sure. That's fun. I love that.
Missile inbound.
I guess I apologize that I don't have the rest of the table displayed on the overlay here. We can't
It's
see the middle
okay.
of the table.
I'll do like
We'll
I'll do it above here.
Oh, we can see it a little bit in
Dice
your
tray.
camera. Here we go.
Just put him where the dice tray is.
Cleo's just like with action figures. Like,
Oh yeah, nice. Perfect. That's a good idea. Put him where the dice tray was. Do it. I like it.
Make an attack as a T-Rex.
Just wake up.
But it sounds to everyone else like.
So did Fox
Yes.
pop it?
Yeah.
Bop it.
Yes. T-Rex zooming towards Thraxenhau.
Should I roll for an attack to just slam into him?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, rolled a hit. That's how you
Bludgeoning
attack in
damage. That's
Dungeons and
true.
Dragons. You rolled a hit.
Is it? I don't know.
I'll get you stats.
All right. I'm
What'd you
assuming I'm
roll?
using strength based.
Yeah, it's going to be a melee attack of some kind. I mean, come on now.
You get 2 attacks as a T-Rex. You get one with bite and then one with slam with your tail.
Okay. And what's the modifier?
I'm looking that up.
Looking up.
No.
What'd you roll on the dice?
Modifier's 11.
Tyrannosaurus Rex. You get multi-attack. It's a +10 to hit. And
Nice.
it does
21.
4d12 plus 7 piercing damage.
Double.
4d12.
And if the creature's not medium or smaller, so you don't get to grapple him, unfortunately.
No.
Do you need more dice?
I might need more d12.
Here you go.
What was the roll to hit? I'm sorry, I missed it.
Oh, 21.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
Sorry. I'm pulling out some dice.
Is there a midair T-Rex versus the
Yes.
now fight? Incredible. Sorry, I had to go to the bathroom.
No, you're good.
You're like, when did I come back?
So, Jake, Fox took off flying and transformed into a T-Rex, and he is currently slamming into
All right, here we go.
the Thraxenhound.
Incredible. That's an 8 on that one.
6, 3.
3.
I'll just re-roll one. 8, 6, 3, 2, 7, 7, 4, 9. All right, that's an 11. So 8, 6, 3, 11.
Okay. Doubled is 22.
I think that's 20.
8 and 6 is 14.
I think it's a total
Yeah,
of
you're right.
25 doubled.
3 is 17.
Plus 11.
Okay.
28.
Oh, 28.
28 doubled
We can
is
do math.
56. He takes 56 hit points of damage. He is not dead, but he's looking real weak. He's going to roll a wisdom save.
Yeah, and you get a tail
Yes.
attack too, which is still +10, and it does 3d8 plus 7.
A 6 on the die plus his wisdom of 2 is only an 8. It's not enough. Oh, wait, I'm looking at the wrong stat block. Hang on. No, it's only +1 for his wisdom. It's worse. It's a 7.
Oh no!
Very wise.
Tail attack.
Tail attack?
Yeah, I only rolled plus 10, you said?
Yeah.
16 total.
Oof, that's not going to do it. He is going to use a legendary action and attack you back.
That's valid. That's fair.
You kind of got to respect it. You attack him with your T-Rex tail, and then he winds up his big spiked ice dragon tail and slashes it at you, using his wings to turn himself in midair and attack.
AC 13.
Nat 20.
Oh. This is when you get the nat 20.
This is I know, right? Where the heck was his nat 20 for his freaking wisdom saves? You guys have been doing so good at bopping him.
Yeah. Double.
Yeah, so that's that's quadruple damage on his tail attack.
If Alan gets a crit, he will have quintuple damage because of his brutal critical as a barbarian.
17 times 4 is 40, 28 is 68 hit points of damage to Fox Rex as he slams into you with a tail attack.
You have 136 hit points.
Okay.
136.
Not left. Like, it's 136 minus whatever damage Josh said, but
Yeah,
136.
68.
68.
68 hit points of damage, and that was a legendary
Okay.
action, not his turn. So that's Fox's turn we've just done. We're at initiative 23 still.
Yep.
The airship, someone's on it, or no?
No one's on
Okay,
it.
so that it doesn't need to drop anyone off, but it is available for airship actions this round. Tactus the Unyielding would take his turn if there was. This is where he'd put his turn if he had anything to do. He's going to chill over there on the Feywild platform and kind of help secure it. The Warlock is dead. He doesn't have any environmental actions. It is Owlin's turn, followed by the private security goons, who, as you have heard earlier, are going to take 2 artillery shots or 2 actions this round instead of just one.
Okay,
All right.
Alan's rage drops because he has no one to attack
Attack himself.
this turn. So his rage,
Laredith.
his
I mean, not Laredith.
Andromeda. His rage drops, and he looks at Andromeda and like takes a look at the dragon, the flying T-Rex fighting, and he just looks at her and just like, what can we do? What can we do?
Just off in the distance, they're fighting.
Yeah. He's asking Andromeda like, what can we do next?
He's asking Andromeda.
Yes.
I can enter the fight, but I'm not feeling as great as I've always sometimes felt.
Alan will take look at her, realize that she's like
Yeah.
mortally wounded almost, and he'll oh yes, And Alan's going to use a feature that he almost never uses. He's going to use his once per long rest healing hands from being an Azamar.
Let's go.
On Andromeda. Here, hopefully this can help.
Okay.
And 5d4 HP he gets to restore. So I'll just roll those out.
Yeah.
4 plus
Four.
4, that's 8. Plus 2 is 10. Plus 1 is 11.
11. She gains 11 hit
No,
points.
plus 3 is
14.
14.
Okay.
5d4.
She gains 14 hit points. Should we double healing?
Yes.
Because we're doubling damage.
That's nice.
Sure, I'll give her 28
leave it
hit
up
points.
to you.
I'll give her
And,
28
and
hit
the
points. that's fine.
range, so it affects Alan too.
No.
So he just puts both of her hands on her shoulders.
Give an inch, they ask for a mile. Okay, so that puts her 20 plus 8. Okay, that's a more respectable amount of hit points. She's still quite bloodied, but she's not. She doesn't look like she's on death's door anymore.
Is that helpful?
Yes. It will take me a little while to recharge my breath weapon. So I think what I'll do, and she kind of tosses her ball of yarn in the air, is probably just play with this yarn for a little bit. And then she will... Let me check if she has any...
Legendary
Oh, you know
action,
what?
you die.
Here's what she can do. She's going to cast Fairy Fire on Thraxenhow to make him easier for people to hit. So she's going to fly out there close enough to get the cast and then return to the platform because she doesn't want to stay
gives
exposed to the
advantage,
fight.
correct?
Yeah, that gives advantage to people who are attacking it. I don't think you can sneak attack as a T-Rex. I think you have to use the T-Rex's attack stats.
Okay.
As cool as that would be.
That would be so cool.
But I'm pretty sure that's how the spell works.
T-Rex.
So, okay, so that happens. That's Alan and Andromeda have taken their turn.
A lot of hit points.
That brings us to the private security goons. And again, Randy is kind of able to break into their communications, and so you can see what they're thinking about as they try and make their decisions.
All silent.
On the Western Front.
There's like a big argument happening on the bridge of their ship. They're not sure what they want to do next,
Oh, okay.
I guess.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Have them
Maybe our
cornered.
radio communications aren't working right.
Yeah, we think the radio's working, but maybe it's not. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Sometimes it can be hard to tell if the radio is working or not.
can.
Sometimes the televibe doesn't vibe the way it should.
Oh, I think I know what happened. I think maybe one of their radios, maybe the battery in it might have died, and maybe they're changing the batteries in the radio at this time. I think it's possible. Someone's sprinting through the deck of an airship, like, "Sir, I've got to get the backup communication system." There's this big thing about the relay. We can't hear what's going on the battlefield? Status report, engineering. There's just this big, yeah, exactly. The alarms are going off. There's this big back and forth happening as everything's getting exchanged. For this round, I will just decide on behalf of them. They come back and they're like, "Oh, well, when we don't know what to do, we just attack." I have a plan. Attack! And you hear the artillery come through, and they call in a cluster strike, and they call in a pulsar. So the first one hits. The pulsar is going to attack the platform where Alan and Andromeda are, try and knock them off of the top platform there. You need to make dexterity saves against being flung from the platform. The dexterity save is a DC of 16, I think.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, you can technically see it. Sure, I'll give you that. And Andromeda's going to use the legendary action to succeed.
Alan doesn't look away from explosions. All right.
Nat 20.
Yeah.
Nat 20. Alan, you succeed, and you take the normal damage, since it would have been doubled. You take the normal damage instead of double damage, which means that, Alan, you take... It's still a lot. You take 24. You take 24 hit points of damage.
Okay.
And Andromeda takes double 24 hit points of damage, which
48.
is 48 hit points of damage. But she does not die, thanks to someone recently saving her. She may have died had she not received some healing. That's how close we are to death's door with Andromeda right now. So that's 8 and 40, which puts her at...
Guys, we gotta
There.
get the A ending. We can't let any of the,
Yeah, that's right. If you let the allies die, then you get downgraded in your score at the end of the
Exactly.
at the end of the combat. So that concludes the private security goons' turn, and brings us to Zothkug with Jeb, Cheddar, and the tension die on deck.
So I can move as a bonus action. I can move the Dawn spell
Okay.
up to 60 feet with a radius of 60 feet would I be able to move it where it hits Thraxenhound?
Not quite.
No.
It would take 2 rounds to get it there.
Okay.
That's not how that works.
Because they're, what, 250 feet
250 feet away.
away? Okay.
So yeah, its max reach would be like a 120.
You still only
Yeah.
move it at 60 feet.
Yeah.
No matter its width.
Yeah. Okay. I was just checking. No, he's not close enough.
You can move it off the platform so you're not killing Gunner if he's already. I mean, we all
looks
know what
charred.
happened. Yeah.
Gunner looks charred.
But. You know.
Gunner looks charred.
Yes.
You know, this is how he'd want to be, his body to be taken care of in an explosion of sorts.
You're right. As impromptu cremation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Zoth will just turn around to Kay, since Kay is there.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, man. Welcome to the battlefield.
I love the open arms of the mini right here.
What's up, buddy? So what are we trying to accomplish up here? They told me to come over here and do stuff, but I'm like, I threw my Stein already. Like, I don't know what's left for me to really contribute to the... I'm not really into the fighting anyway,
Don't you have
know?
to do something with the thread?
Oh, dude, you're right. Hang on, let me do that. And he's going to use his action to attempt to anchor the thread, which is a Arcana roll on
Zoth
his
will
behalf.
move the beam away so Kay can do it without being hurt.
Okay. Kay successfully anchors the thread of magic. The first thread has been anchored. At the same time, the next thread has begun forming this round. So the one between
That had already began. Or
No,
Machine and
third
Feywild.
one.
Oh, to the third
one.
one.
Machine
Okay.
and Feywild. So yeah, if someone wants to start unrolling that, this one is not touching it hasn't spanned the distance yet.
Ban the distance.
As you,
Spanning
the
for
speed.
so that's Zoth's turn.
They're all
Yes.
alone.
Okay, Jeb and Cheddar, your turn, followed by the tension die.
Laredith, can I help you fix things? I mean, I know I'm not like an artificer like Owlin or you are, but what if I get one of the? Well, no, I can't go out. Cheddar, go out and grab one of those pylons, and we'll like bring it in here, and we'll try to reinforce some stuff.
That's fine. Yeah, you can keep. I'll let you add those. Maybe that's what the avatars figured out when they're trying to figure out how to fix the machine.
So like the one that says like the machine HP plus 2d12.
Sure.
Can he like go out there and grab some of those and bring them in to like increase the machine's?
He can. They're heavy. It's going to be half move speed. So if he needs to move them, then that would be.
Like
Do
these
they
two,
need to
these
be
two right here
inside?
that are touching that big power bank thing. Are those?
They're already connected and activated.
Anything that's touching anything right now is already in use.
Yeah,
What are these?
Those haven't been used yet.
What
those
are they?
Those are pylons.
they're pylons.
So he's gonna run out here and just drag this one like 1, 2.
We need to construct additional pylons.
He's dragging it in the right direction, but he hasn't quite made it there. Chat has delivered a Bane. Uh-oh. Things were going too smoothly. Oh, that's a D12. Let me roll a D20. Chat has
How
delivered a
could you?
Bane.
We invite you into this stream.
Look, there's no bad guys. Come on, you gotta make it interesting.
Close. But he just hasn't been able to connect it. Right? There's got to be a thing to like connect it, right? With the pylons.
Yeah, it just needs to be adjacent to the machine. And remember,
okay.
the machine is in the... Well, sure, you can connect it to anywhere that the stuff is. So it has to be adjacent to any of the already connected machinery. We got a Bane. And you're right, chat. There are currently no boons left because I had like a limited number of like actual boons that were related to what they've done in the past. I will reset them at the intermission, which is coming, and come up with more because we burned through them pretty quickly. But yes, right now there are no boons. I apologize, but not a lot because like that's also the point.
So, chat, we have 10 more Banes we can cast before the intermission. Just to give you an idea.
Speaking of 10 more Banes,
Speaking of 10 more Banes.
some stuff do be happening.
You know, he wasn't my favorite villain.
Joker definitely is more interesting in the Dark Knight movies. If we're talking comics, Bane in the Tom King run of the Rebirth Batman
Attacking
arc
the-
is really interesting.
Attacking the
like-
tiny hut, rushing through here. Is this guy.
I've been waiting for this. Can I use an ocean?
Yeah.
Oh my.
Let's go.
Goodness.
Fox,
waiting for this.
Fox calls for an ocean, and of course, we give it to him.
All right. We see these choke points, right? And I'm like, clearly you got to trap the choke points. And, you know, it's classic. So using Randy's expertise and Gunner's expertise, Fox has rigged explosives on a tripwire on both sides of these cliffs entering.
You see this
On both
height, this height,
entrances.
the wire. You got to make sure it blends in. At this height, people are less
Are
likely
you
to.
sure nobody's gonna like notice it right here?
No. Look at the color of the wire and the color of the rock.
I see it though.
It's chocolate. It's chocolate.
I know it's.
It blends in perfectly. And this height, people always check the floor. They don't
You get
check.
advantage because the terrain's not airbrushed.
They don't check like
I mean-
thigh height.
I mean that's fair. All right, what do you want me to roll for this one?
So you're setting an explosive charge?
Gunners help me set it. I guess I'm like.
So
kind
Gunner's
of
giving you
hiding it.
advantage.
Yeah.
Then you are rolling a survival check.
Survival.
Trap setting is survival.
All right.
And in oceans, you always succeed. It's a question of how well do you succeed. So this is going to scale the damage that your explosive can do. The better you roll, the more damage it will do.
All right. I rolled a 9 on the die. Plus survival. Roll
You get
survival.
advantage. Did you roll the second time?
I rolled
There you
a
go.
17 on the die.
No, wait. No. Wait. You
Oh.
gotta set the explosive like this. If you don't twist this wire right here to make sure it makes contact with this pin,
It makes a lot of sense.
It's
I turned
gonna
the
do a lot
explosive
less.
around, so if I turn
Yeah.
it back around,
Yeah.
it's probably going to do a lot
yeah.
more.
It says this side faces enemy. I wrote that.
Yeah.
You want that side to face them.
Sorry, I thought maybe that meant like the enemy of the rock. You know, okay.
No.
18 total.
Okay. 18 total. That's a good old explosive there. Let's use the equivalent of the fireball spell as your explosive.
All
The
Which
enemy
is
of
now
my
double
enemy is
damage.
The rock.
So that's good.
Is it also double area of effect?
Yeah.
Oh my.
Is the wolves called in that?
Yep, they sure are.
This is gonna be big.
Gunner's here for it.
Yeah, I played
But
it.
he's
Gunner
literally
behind my
not.
back just puts like a little spicy like. Oh yeah.
His last explosion.
I would say,
Exactly.
the tiny dust particles flying by, you see one twinkle.
Yeah.
Even posthumously, he's still blowing.
Exactly.
The ashes swirl around.
So what am I rolling for fireball?
It's 8d6,
8d6.
and then we'll double
all
whatever
of the
that
bullet
number is.
D6 plus 2 of the others.
Oh yeah, chat. You can't see their dice tray, but like you probably couldn't read it that well anyway before, so I'm not gonna make a big thing out of it.
So that's all of the bullet die. Oh wait, no, or is it 8? It's 8d6 you said? Yeah.
8d6.
Yeah.
That's
So
what I want
all
from you.
those.
All right, hold on. Let me get it.
All right. Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
6, 4, 2, 1, 1, 2, 5, 6 equals whatever it equals times 2.
27 times 2,
54.
54.
54 as an explosion just
Kaboom.
rocks the battlefield.
Poor wolves.
The wolves are both dead.
Aww.
And
Rip wolf.
54 damage to the demons and stuff.
For flavor, can I say that the shockwave of the explosion, if this is not allowed, that's totally fine. Could I say that the shockwave of the explosion is so much that Gunner's charred body rolls off the platform, and that's the end of Gunner. He has lost all of his death saves.
As cool as it would be, it's too long of an area of
right.
effect. That's where I draw the line of realism, chat. Right there. That's the line.
Josh just knows that it's like, if it's enough to push Gunner, then I'm going to be like, well, you know, we're all here and we're closer.
Yep. All right. So that happens. Some people take some damage. An explosion goes off as these creatures come through onto the
Any of
battlefield.
them dead?
No.
Dead looking?
They don't look bloodied. And they have entered initiative but are not taking actions at this stage. That was the tension die's turn, technically speaking, followed by Laredith and her machine. Laredith continuing to work on the machine. Here's what I'll do. I'll give her an Arcana check to see if she can speed up the rate of the thread solidifying. and with a nat 20, she'll do it. So we can connect the thread to there, and the next round it will be available to be anchored by an avatar.
Ooh.
So there are threads on all of the platforms.
So whichever one of you guys
at this
probably want to
stage.
connect it, there you go.
That's going to bring us to. Oh, you know what? I did the pulsar and I never rolled for the cluster strike from the private security guns this round. Oh no, that's too bad. I'll just do that now. The private security guns will do that in between. I was like, why do I feel like they didn't do anything this round? Just because I didn't roll for one of their attacks.
3 monsters spawn in, a laser hits Alan. Nothing happened.
They attack in a line, attacking the supporting materials of the machine. So the connected stuff that's outside the hut, the line hits all of that stuff, and it's going to...
Including cheese.
Yes, including cheese. Cheese can make a
Cheddar.
dexterity save for half damage.
Does that include
Or
Zetonia?
cheddar, yeah, whatever it's called. No, you're right, it's double width. So yes, it's a line. But yes, in this case, that line is 10 feet across, so it's going to hit Satonia too.
Natural 20 from cheese.
Okay, natural
Nice.
20 succeeds on his. He's only going to take half this damage when I roll it.
Okay.
And Satonia. Satonia's going to use a legendary action to succeed. Satonia did not succeed, but she's like, but I succeed though. And are you sure I failed? Let me pull up here the.
You know who I am.
I love how we're speaking for Zetonia. We've never heard Zetonia talk.
Nope.
That's right. She only speaks Celestial.
Alan speaks Celestial. Why hasn't Alan had a whole conversation with Zetonia yet?
We haven't been
Alan's
in the
been
same
really
room
busy
together.
inventing briefs
That's true.
in this world, so he hasn't had time to do things like have a
Talk with a
conversation
deity.
with an avatar. Yeah. Okay. Each of you is going to take 14 hit points of damage. I rolled really low on that cluster strike.
That's good.
As it kind of blasts across, and so is Laerdith's machine. The flex tape pops off of it, and more smoke begins pouring out of it.
No.
Laerdith is like, "We need to do this thing quickly. This is not going to last much longer." And she's going to. Is there another repair kit?
I only made
Okay.
one.
Is that airstrike an end of a turn?
Did you add the 2d12 hit points with that pylon being connected?
It hasn't been connected yet.
Yeah, it hasn't.
Oh,
there's
it's
an
moved
action to
into
connect
position.
it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, that's the end of a turn. Like the end of an action turn. Yeah.
We'll reposition one of the avatars.
We can reposition too, because I haven't
Which
used mine
ones
this
and
turn.
where?
We're going to reposition Zetonia
Okay.
and
And Garlo.
Garlo. Thank you.
Yep. So that'll be both airship actions this round,
Yeah.
basically. So they're both on the airship. Next round, you can deposit them somewhere. So
Yep.
let's take them off the field of battle. Off the field of battle.
again.
Which leaves Jeb and Laerdith and the hand of. Is the hand of Jeb still up?
Technically, yeah.
Okay.
And Cheddar.
In their tiny hut, trying to defend themselves. The tiny hut has no HP or anything.
The
right?
tiny hut is impervious.
Okay. Yeah. So they're just in there.
It's up for 8 hours.
They're just in there knowing that bad things are out there.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. That brings us to what did we just do? We just did the machine and Laerdith. So that brings us to Lieutenant's dead. He's dead. Thraxenhow and Andromeda.
I believe the hand of Jebediah was not inside.
It can't go in. Spells
Right.
can't come in.
So
And it was
it's
outside.
chilling
when it was
outside.
cast.
Yeah.
And it's just going to pound on those dudes. Well, Jeb's like, I've got something to do now.
Yeah.
He's like inside the crane game. And he's
Right.
just-
Yeah. Okay.
He's going to make this thing look like a Robotnik machine.
Andromeda.
That hut was so clutch.
It
Useful.
took 10 stinking rounds to cast, or 9 to cast it, because it takes a minute to cast that spell.
Because it's not meant for combat.
Yeah.
Andromeda's going to leave the platform and she's going to dash in order to fly the entire distance to the ground where the demons and stuff are running towards you.
Okay.
She's going to go on one of the cliffs, like perch up on high ground, and she's trying to get in position to use her breath weapon, but not put herself in danger. So
Well,
that's kind
as
of
far
her.
away as possible, because she's got double range.
Yeah. So she's going to be maybe here. And she'll kind of just position herself there for the moment.
Nice.
She's like,
getting
this
ready
is
for the next
more
round.
my speed right now.
Yeah, right now this is more of an Andromeda. The T-Rex can fight
I need a
Thraxenhound.
solid win.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Morale is low. HP is low.
Still got it.
I require juicier targets. And that will bring us to the top of initiative order, which is Fox, followed by Tactus, followed by Owlin.
All right. And I get advantage.
What round is it?
I have no idea. I'm not counting anymore.
Okay. I was like, this is probably the longest combat we've ever been in.
Oh, yeah.
Wash said before this finale, he sent, I was like, make sure you have your stats, read, because it's going to be a long fight. And Wash was like, combat lasts 3 rounds on average in D&D. And I was like, not this one. Okay, go ahead.
27 to hit.
27 hits.
Nice.
Hits Thraxenhow. I'll roll his wisdom save while you roll his damage.
Come on.
40, 12,
Nat
plus
20.
7.
Finally.
Nat 20.
I might.
Oh my goodness.
Now, if you kill him with this, how bad are you going to feel?
It's 2 6s.
12.
Plus 12.
24.
24.
Plus 8.
Plus 7.
32.
32 plus
plus 7. 39. Double.
Times 2.
64.
No, 78.
78.
Yeah, 78.
78. The T-Rex slashes into Thraxenhow, and you see a sudden, awakening in his eyes. Like, he's come to himself, and he's realized, and then his wounds take him, and he plummets to the ground.
Okay.
Wow.
Thraxenhow is not double his hit points, but he's dead.
So if can I cast? I can't use any of Fox's stuff, right?
No, you would have to un-T-Rex to do that.
Is that a free action?
It's concentration, and you are casting the spell, so you could drop that.
Just break concentration.
I'm gonna break concentration
Okay.
and cast Featherfall with a whistle
On Thraxenhow?
on Thraxenhow.
Okay.
Because I'm assuming he's gonna free fall otherwise.
Right. So yeah, you cast Featherfall, so now he's kind of
Oh, nice.
suspended near you.
Well, I guess I'm still flying. How long does fly last?
It's, like an hour. It's like concentration. Is it 10 minutes?
Yeah. Oh wait, so isn't the hut concentration?
No. it's
Oh,
not.
okay. Cool.
Okay.
It's meant for sleeping overnight.
I mean, I don't. How high are we above the ground?
High. This is a cliff top, so remember there's also the cliff
Right.
before you hit the ground. You're way high up. Featherfall will end before he hits the ground.
Do you have
Yeah,
any healing
but I got a
spells?
couple turns. I'm
That's
just
true.
gonna stay with him.
Chat suggests maybe the Cug boat could take someone to stabilize Thraxenhow.
You have healing spells.
I do. I can't use them right now.
Yeah.
I have to wait until next round.
Well, he'll last one round feather falling.
Yeah.
It's not gonna end
Yeah.
immediately.
It's true.
So that might be what you want to do.
The Cugboat is occupied at the moment.
Well, it sounds like that concludes Fox's turn, which is going to bring us to Tactus the Unyielding, who's still got nothing to do over there. Although he's secured the area. He's preparing his attack in case anything shows up to attack him.
We got to get an avatar over here. So.
Yeah.
And then that brings us to the private security goons environmental actions. We're going to see if that guy has brought the correct transmitter back for them to deploy more
Coordinate.
ordnance on the field, double ordnance.
Whoever didn't keep this up is fired. But first, you said the dragon left the Feywild, right?
Yes, sir. The dragon left the Feywild.
Incendiary it.
Copy. And you hear, what about for the second strike, sir?
It'll be nice. Let's clock drop the Shadow Dark.
Copy that, sir. And the artillery immediately begins following. Alan,
Yeah.
make a dex save.
Okay.
Tactus is going to make a dex save.
You can see it though.
I can see it.
You can see it.
I do.
It does have a double AoE and double damage. Double damage is
Nat 20 on the first
16d6.
roll.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Alan's only going to take, well, I guess it would still be 8d6 times 2, but you know what I mean. And the Tactus is going to roll.
You get evasion because of your platinum shield.
Oh.
So that means no.
It's an
right?
AoE, right?
Yeah.
Tactus also, he rolled a 19, not a 20, but he's
Nice.
gonna only take half damage.
That crits in the presence of Alan.
Evasion.
Nice try. It was a good shot.
Evasion's no damage, right?
Evasion is half damage or no damage if you
If you
In this,
succeed.
in this
Yeah.
case, it's.
You succeeded, so
So
you take
no
no
damage.
damage
Oh, shoot. Oh,
because of that platinum
shoot.
shield.
All right.
Platinum shield.
Great. Let's see here.
Platinum shield.
It's going triple platinum.
Whoa.
Triple platinum. That's platinum. Nobody's platted that hard before.
Okay, so That is 21 damage for the half damage folk.
So that's actually just Tacitus in this case, because that one has
Yeah.
the platinum shield.
Rip Tactus. He's not dead, but 21 hit points of damage for Tactus the Unyielding, who, for whatever reason, screams, "I will not yield." No, just kidding. Okay, so Tactus takes it. He's taking hardly any damage this fight.
He's good.
He's killing it. Literally.
He's just going in there and
Surprisingly,
killing it, yeah.
Alan always takes the most damage in every fight. Alan hasn't taken very much damage this
Yeah,
fight.
this has been an interesting fight.
Shield.
Okay, so the private security units have done their environmental actions, which means it is Zothkug's turn, followed by Jeb, and then one of our new guests on the battlefield.
Did we skip Alan? Am I confused?
No, you're right. We skipped Alan. Sorry.
Okay.
Alan and then Zoth.
As the incendiary comes down on Alan, it gets stopped by the platinum shield, and as that happens, Alan just kind of makes sure, like, maybe his shoulder was kind of dislocated. He kind of pops it back into place, and you see like a green energy going over him. He casts false life on him to regain some temporary hit points.
Okay, cool.
That's all he does.
Don't
Okay.
you have another magic weapon?
No. I mean,
The Great Axe of Giant Slaying broke.
But you had to decide between the scimitar and like another one.
just a normal standard greatsword as far as just
Oh, is
my
that what it
main weapon
was?
that I should have
Okay.
equipped. Yeah.
Okay, so that brings us to Zothkug's turn with Jeb on deck.
I guess Zothkug is just gonna make sure this platform stays safe with K on it. So he's just gonna prepare to attack in case
Okay.
enemies show up.
Sure. Kay has finished anchoring that thread, by the way, so he can be relocated. Although you've got 2 avatars on the ship
Yeah.
already, so it can't do it this round.
Yeah.
Okay, then that will bring us to Jeb with some of our new friends on deck.
All right. Jeb is going to move the hand up next to that blue demon thing.
Yep.
Go for a big smackaroonie.
Smackaroony.
That's a 2.
That's
plus
not gonna do it.
9. Yeah.
Nope.
It's all right. I'm just getting used to it. And he's just
The
like,
hand like tries to strike it, and it's like when you hit the guy and he doesn't flinch, it just like poof, and nothing happens.
Ooh. Jeb's gonna move over next to Laredith,
Okay.
and can I give her the help action?
Sure. Absolutely.
Okay. So whatever she does next for
Spare hands for Laredith.
Yeah.
She's gonna try and patch up the machine this round.
That,
So that's
that
what
he's gonna do that.
Okay.
Cheddar's gonna use his action to connect this pylon, so that's 2d12 hit points.
Great. 2d12 hit points added to the machine.
Yep, and
I
then
shall do
he's
it.
going to move into the bubble.
Okay. That is 19 extra hit points for the machine.
Yay.
Very nice.
Do we double that?
Respectable. And give it to the next person?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
I will allow you to double the healing you give yourselves, but not the healing you give your objects. That is-
Alan will take that
too
and
much,
add
yeah.
that to his false life.
yeah, do that. Okay, so
I
that
can't tell if that was sarcastic or not.
That wasn't sarcastic.
that wasn't sarcastic.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that brings us to Jeb's turn has ended. Cheddar's turn has ended. Actually, it's not
Question.
Cheddar's turn yet.
Cheddar is right after Jeb.
You're right. That's fine. They have had the same initiative as the demon things, but that's fine.
gotcha.
I don't care. Go ahead.
Question. If you could, I know you haven't kept track of how many rounds, but if you could estimate, I would love it because we actually have some spells that are only lasting a minute, and that would be 10 rounds.
Let's extrapolate that it's been more than a minute. There's a problem with time in D&D where it's like hard
Understood.
to,
Understood.
have the two timelines.
We're
happen.
also not used to combat going 10 rounds
Right,
yeah.
where a minute
Yeah,
spell would
yeah.
expire.
So let's
that means
say
that your
those-
platinum shield goes down.
Okay. You can take the little coin off
And
of
that
me.
means Jeb's hand goes down
Okay.
as well.
Yeah.
And I will try to be better like going forward, presuming there's 40 more rounds
Right.
of combat.
Yeah.
I'll try to be better about keeping track of that.
Yeah, who knows how much more combat there is. So this happens, and that brings us to the new demon friends. Our new demon friends. They're going to.
Hi guys, we're new to town. We're gonna eat you.
I'm new in town.
The front The front 2 demons are going to go to the machinery that's outside the hut and just go ham on it.
Trying to smash and grab.
Yes.
Thank you. The front 2 demons are going to go up to that terrain and just go nuts. They're going to attack it. There's nothing there to stop them. They easily beat the AC. and they deal a significant amount of damage. How much damage? That is.
That's just on that one little piece, right? That's sticking out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of the stuff that is not the machine or its 2 battery banks, I just give half of that damage to the machine. So it's like it does damage the machine, but only by half. They deal 15 total hit points of damage to the machine as they kind of attack into the thing here.
This one, and this one, those are all in the bubble, right?
Yeah, they're going after these barrels on the left, blue guy's left here.
Yeah.
So they're going after the pylon and that stuff. They deal 15 hit points of damage to the machine that was doubled and then halved back to 15. So 15 hit points of damage to Laerdus' machine. It is on the brink of failure.
So that like radiates through the entire thing, even if they hit those outer parts.
Yeah.
Can we
Crap.
disconnect it?
Abort. Sever the diseased limb.
It is too dangerous in Laerdus' estimation to disconnect parts of the machine while it's running.
Yeah,
it is
it's not a
siphoning
bad
all the
idea.
volatility of the Rod of 7 Parts, which is
Yeah,
inside
yeah.
it right now. Okay. The thread finishes forming.
Wait, is the rod in it?
It has to be for it to work. So the rod's in there. You're attuned to it until magic is re-anchored. At that point, the solidifying the anchors is what will break your attunement to the rod.
Oh, okay. So I
So
haven't had the rods on
You haven't
me
had
this
the
whole-
rods on
the
you, but you
effects
have.
are in the whole
Yeah.
area. So that means crits happen
Everywhere.
on 19. Interesting. I didn't realize.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to be pedantic, but I was waiting for like the next step where she's like, "All right, the machine's working. Get the rods plugged in."
Oh,
here.
I see.
And I was just waiting for that to happen.
No, the rod's in there.
Okay.
It's happening.
All right. Good to know.
The airship is going to drop off Garlo and whoever else it picked up. Kay?
Satonia.
Satonia on wherever they're going. Okay, and they're going to each take their action to anchor it, which is an Arcana check from each of them. 1 and 2. Okay. Garlo succeeds. Satonia fails. So Satonia will need to try again next round.
Come on, Zatonia.
Get it together.
Satonia starts swearing in Celestial. It's oddly peaceful.
Alan can understand her from
Yeah.
one step above.
Indiscriminate swearing. Actually, hang on. Tactus can use his rallying cry to give her a D8. So she's going to add a D8 to her roll and see if that changes things.
Can't you just use a legendary? They can succeed.
I don't remember how many she's used.
She's used one to succeed a deck save at
Yeah.
least.
Well, her D8 was not enough, so she still has not succeeded. She'll need another round. What else is happening here? The avatars are doing their thing. Tension die. We need to roll a tension die.
Watch, you can have this back since I've used my
I'm
oceans.
landed on the edge.
I hope
Okay.
I hope it proved helpful.
It did.
No complication this round.
It's
We're
Inspired me.
one more tension die, and then we'll clear the pool.
Okay.
That brings us down to Mooks, or not Mooks, this guy,
Demon.
Demon guy. He's going to run. Where's he going to go? I think he's going to do the same thing. He's going to go try and. Oh, no, I know what he's going to do. He's going to go over to this side where the red thing is. His move speed is 50. I think he can make that. 5, 10. Can you do it? Yeah. I think he can make it over there to the. Can you make it to where the red thread is?
The red thread of fate.
How far?
Like just to where the red thread is there. Oh, his movement was 50.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah, he's going to get over there and he's going to just lift both hands up, clasp them together, and slam them down on the thread to try and sever it. With a.
Can you cast fly on yourself?
He does successfully hit.
You can.
So
with
can
your
he,
saxophone,
even though
can't you?
Kay has locked it in
don't know if
place,
I
it can
have
still be
it.
severed?
It's one of the special spells that comes
you know
with
what?
your
That's a great
sax.
point. No, it can't.
Okay.
Oh, I had
So
that
he
in,
wasted his time.
Okay.
He hits it and some fire damage gouts off and hits him.
notations. I don't
Okay.
know if I have it.
Good point.
printed.
That will end his turn and bring us towards the top of
'Cause
initiative
fly
order.
comes with all of those.
At the top of
magical
initiative
instruments.
order, we will find it to be Fox's
That sounds
turn
familiar.
I'm gonna need to
with
drop you.
Tactus on deck.
That's fine. Yep.
Followed by Alan.
Fox is falling with Rex.
Yep. I'm gonna
Do we need
land
to
on
drop off?
Thrax.
Do we have like the ship turn where we can drop?
Yeah, there are 2 ship actions available this turn, but only Fox and Zoth can call them.
Okay.
I'm on. It's my turn, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm gonna get on to Thraxenhau here,
Okay.
and I'm gonna cast a Healy Heal.
Okay. He's way dead. Like 60 hit points past 0, kind of dead.
So does a healing spell just automatically stabilize them, or do I have to heal all the way back to 0?
He doesn't get death saves. You would need to use a revival spell of some kind on him. Like monsters don't get death
Oh,
saves.
I thought
in
you said
5e.
he wasn't.
No, I meant he
past
wasn't double his hit points, at which point I would just have him disintegrate.
Oh.
But so basically there's a body to try and heal, but he's still dead.
Okay, so he's actually dead.
A body that you can revive, not heal.
That's what I meant. I'm sorry. A body you
Yeah.
can revive, not a body you can heal.
So this is a Zoth job. This is probably a lost cause for Fox.
Yeah. I'm gonna use the. Do I still have fly then, or
It's
no?
currently still up.
Okay. Shoot. Well, the only thing I can do is try to help with this. So, Fox is gonna race back.
Okay.
This is not gonna go well. I'm gonna cast on the way back. Fairy Fire on blue dude.
Okay. It's about 250 feet back. What's your fly distance?
60 feet's for fly.
Okay, so if you dash double and bonus action dash, you could get there, but you wouldn't be able to cast a spell.
And I'll just use my movement then.
Okay. So next round you can arrive on the
What's
battlefield.
the range on Fairy Fire?
I think it's 60 or
It's 60
120.
feet.
Yeah, okay. So you should be like, you could get 60
next
feet and
turn
then
I
cast
can.
it.
Yeah.
Well, you could still cast it on him, but then make it there next turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Tactus can't really do anything, so he'll continue defending where he is. It's Alan's turn, and then the private security goons, environmental actions will go.
Can I make an argument for the fact that Alan can speak Celestial? Can he try to help Zetonia, like assist on the securing of the thread on that plane? Like he can take directions.
If Alan rolls an Arcana check above DC 23, then I'll let Zetonia try again. Like just do the Arcana check she needs one more time.
Okay.
Come on, Alan.
Come on. 21.
Oh, dang.
21.
Close.
Not gonna do it.
So Alan is down on that level.
Alan's
now.
trying to understand, but it's still like it's a complicated procedure.
Yeah. That's tough.
So that brings us to the environmental actions for the private security goons, whose airships are getting closer and closer.
What do you mean they can hear us? Well,
Sir, it seems like they're reacting to the things we're doing before the strikes even land.
it doesn't matter. Just there's only one left. Wherever they're trying to anchor now, pulsar it.
Pulsar, copy that, sir. And the line kind of clicks as they fire another pulsar and try and knock the three of you off of that platform. I need dexterity saves from Zetonia and Tactus.
I don't like how close this is getting.
Oh.
Tactus has failed. He gets blasted off the platform, along with his wolf. And
Oh, man.
it doesn't really matter how much damage he had. He's got no way to fly.
Oh,
That
man.
impact's going to take him below his HP.
Holy.
Tactus blasted off the platform and killed by the airstrike.
Alan got a 15.
Alan got a 15. The DC was 16.
No.
I'm going to give Tactus a dying action as a dying creature to use his rallying cry and give you a D8 to add to your roll.
Oh, okay.
As a
So then
reaction.
That is
it's
a
essentially a
success.
D8 of
Yeah.
bardic inspiration. So he sees you falling, and maybe as you fall, he throws his warhammer and knocks you back onto the. Yes, you can catch the warhammer.
Okay,
That's
okay.
clear. Knocks you back onto the platform, and so you're left there. All that is left of the kingdom of Udril is this warhammer at your feet.
Alan,
What an honor.
well, not at my feet. I guess it probably hit me in the back or something to keep me from. So Alan will like stumble back onto the platform after taking that hit, and see the warhammer and like.
Zetonia rolled a 12. Oh, it's gonna be close.
Alan scrambles to the edge and sees that the king of Udril has fallen, and he picks up the warhammer and just like clutches it with just determination.
As
in
he
his
crouches
eyes.
to pick up the warhammer, Zetonia flies off the other side.
Can Alan try to reach out the warhammer to try to catch like her antler or something? Is that something he can even just try to do?
Can I use an airship action to catch Zetonia?
I'll let you try. We'll try an airship action. So this will cost both of the legendary actions for this round. the airship will full speed towards where Satonia is and try and catch her. Bruiser is not unfamiliar with catching falling creatures.
I know.
The airship will zoom towards there, and I'm going to roll a... I'll make it another dexterity save for Satonia, basically. So it's like, can she land? That doesn't make sense.
Bruiser, a sleight of hand?
Yeah, let's do sleight of hand survival for Bruiser. That's what we've been using for his driving, I think.
Nat 20.
Really?
Is it really a nat 20?
It is really a nat 20.
Bruiser zooms in and catches Satonia as she is blasted off of the platform, and with a nat 20 deposits her back on the platform next round. So it's only one round that it takes for him to turn the airship around at full tilt and get her back on the platform. So that's all her airship actions for this round.
I'm just jazzed to be a part of all this, guys.
That's amazing. What a good nat 20.
These are good dice.
That will conclude that move, and that's the private security goon's actions, which brings us to Zothkug's turn with Jeb on deck and Cheddar, and then our demon friends.
Well, I used both airship actions, so Zothkug can't really reposition because he also does not have a way to fly. So Zothkug will just ready, or I guess take the dodge action in case they bomb this spire.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Sure, he takes the dodge action. That brings us to Jeb's turn and Cheddar with the demons on deck. Laredith is going to turn to Jeb.
Yeah.
Laredith turns to Jeb. Okay. You asked if there was anything you could do. Now we're getting into the point where there's something you can do. The next thing that happens after this, we anchor the planes to here, and then magic is restored, and then we cast the cataclysmic ritual. We need to draw a magic circle on the ground, which means we can't have monsters next to us, and we can't be in a pocket dimension at that time. We will need to dispel the hut in order to draw the magic circle on the ground. We need to figure out a way to not be surrounded by things.
Okay.
Okay.
Does it need to be here? Can it be over there?
It has to be touching the machine.
How big?
It needs to be 30 feet in diameter.
Okay.
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 All right.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Brace yourself.
She looks
And
around
he
like,
drops
on what?
he drops the dome, and it's and he's going to run that way behind the troll.
Okay.
The troll looking thing.
Yeah.
Can I have the mini?
Oh,
is he polymorphing again?
Well, he hasn't done it yet.
It's morphin' time. Another T-Rex?
Mighty Morphin Rangers.
With a Jebasaurus Rex.
It's got a Jeb hat. Chat, I don't know if you can see it, but it has a Jeb hat, and I'm in love. Okay.
So,
Jebasaurus Rex.
He runs out.
Classic.
Boom, shoots himself into it and like flip, and pops out as a T-Rex.
Yeah.
And
yeah, he does. Freaking yeah, he does.
yeah.
Oh, not good. 14 to hit on this this guy.
A 14 does not beat his AC. I'll just come out and tell you all three of them have a 16 AC.
Okay.
That's your roll to beat.
So he chomps at it and it dodges out of the way. He's gonna go back with
like
it.
turns around and an elbow gets like stuck in its mouth.
And he's just gonna like whip around and come at him with the tail. Natural 1.
Natural 1.
Yeah.
The tail slams into the rock wall on the side of it, and just take a little bit of damage.
You know what?
What?
Cheddar is going to use his last chronal shift.
Ooh.
Great. Reroll it.
Come on.
Freaking chronergy wizards, yo.
18 plus 10 is 28 to
Yeah.
28.
And you
That
just,
hits.
Bam! Smashes him into the wall.
Nice. Boom into the wall.
Tailspin.
Big old rock clumps burst free as you slam him into the wall.
28 points of damage.
28
That's already
points
doubled.
of damage. That is the double. Okay, good. 28 points of damage on the big one. And that's great that you've done that. He's not bloodied yet.
And then Cheddar is going to does he want to do it yet? I don't know.
Things are intense. Bum bum bum. I mean, not anymore. We
I
took
don't
down
have
the
a mini
tent,
for
but
it, so we're going to use the Manticore, but Cheddar jumps out and polymorphs into a T-Rex.
Let's go.
Boom.
Double T-Rex time.
Double T-Rex time.
Double the
And
T-Rex.
that's a natural 20 on the bite attack.
Let's go.
And so for a
Thank
total
you.
of 30, if that matters, and a dirty 20 on the tail attack,
Dirty 20 on the tail attack. Okay,
which
they...
is a total of, holy crap, he rolled 34 damage.
All right,
on the
one of
bite,
those demons is dead.
which is 68 total.
Yeah, blue demon dead.
And then his tail attack, he rolled a 22, doubled to 44.
Nice.
On the red demon.
That was a 24, you said?
Yes.
Great. So that is not enough to kill it, but you hit it
44.
hard. 44.
40.
Still not enough to kill it, but you did hit it hard, so that's cool that you did that. And I'm going to roll a tension die.
When's Andromeda's turn again? I'm losing track so bad.
Andromeda's at end or top of the
okay.
round.
The cheddar T-Rex is wearing green suspenders, just like straight up over his tiny little arm.
Luigi T-Rex.
Just yeah,
Nice.
We got the little hat on Jebsaurus Rex, and Cheddar Rex is wearing green suspenders.
A complication graces the battlefield.
Oh, I shouldn't have said anything about the green suspenders.
Everybody, players all pick a number. Don't tell me what the number is. Don't tell each other what the
Between
number
what?
is. Between 1 and 10. Actually, pick a number between 1 and 5. Put it on your fingers under the table.
Do I need to pick one for Cheddar too?
No.
Okay.
This is a player-related complication. On my go, we're gonna bring up all the numbers. 3, 2, 1, go. It was 1 and 5. Sorry, I changed it so it could be one hand. That's okay. Trevor, you have the lowest number I can see at the table. Trevor, Zothkug flinches this next round. He's just a little bit overwhelmed by the spectacle of what's happening, and he will miss his next turn.
That's fine.
Zoth's chilling. He's like, whatever, man.
He's done a lot this fight.
Yes.
Okay, so that is the tension die, which brings us to Laredith's machine, which is still surviving. Laredith is going to try and repair it. She has been working on that. Jeb is helping, so she'll roll with advantage. This is just basically a really hard Arcana check. On a natural 20.
Yes.
I'll give her a pretty good repair
Thank
job
you.
here.
That crits in my presence.
A natural 20 does. It crits in your presence.
does.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good that happens.
T-Rex working on a machine?
I know, right? Oh, that's right. Jeb's not helping this
He's
round.
got
That's
very
okay.
fine
It's too late.
hands.
She rolled the crit.
He can integrate with very small things.
Tiny hands. She just has to lift the machine up to like where his hands are,
just
and
like,
then he can like. Great. So we have that happen, which brings us down to Rip Thrax and How. Andromeda's turn. Andromeda's still waiting on her breath weapon to recharge. She's gonna stay where they're not looking at her. Until she's in a position to contribute more. Actually, having seen Satonia get blasted off the thing, she's gonna dash back so that she's there next time in case anything like that happens. She's not going to go on the platform. She's going to hover outside of what looked like the area of effect of the pulsar. So that she's ready to catch people, not ready to like defend them or whatever on the platform. That's going to bring us to that is the top of initiative order. Because there's no one else on that platform except private security goons attacking it. No, that's fine. We'll stay in order.
I mean, Alan's
Fox with Owlin on deck and private security goons after that.
All right. I'm just gonna. So, am I arriving here? How far inland can I move once I've gotten here?
Like just on the edge anywhere. Any edge.
On the
you
edge.
can be. Of glory, if you will.
Yeah.
All right. This is rough. I guess I'll stick with my original plan. I'll fly to the edge. Like, can I land on the edge of that machine?
Sure.
All right. And then I'll cast fairy fire.
No, it won't be fairy fire, chat.
No.
Revisionist history. Chat, you were right. This has been a very Nat 20 heavy session.
I'm going to pull
on all
out
sides.
the rifle of ice knife.
Yeah, you are.
The ice rifle.
And I gotta find the thing where I said it reloads and shoots and reloads and things. Which
It fires one spell of ice knife.
all right,
You
ice
can
knife.
reload and fire in the same round. So this round it doesn't affect you.
Okay, 1d10. Got you.
Times 2.
But
And this is a roll to hit.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. 16 is what I had used Dex.
Yeah.
Yeah. 16. Am I proficient? Technically, no.
No, you're not proficient with a rifle.
21.
21. Okay. That hits. Sorry, I got distracted because Wash stood up. So sorry, that's my bad.
I have that effect.
Yeah. Yeah, you do, babe. He's like,
right.
I have that effect on people. Yeah, you do. Distract me.
So I think one of these is the ice knife thing exploding, and then one of them's the actual damage.
I think so too.
Does
Yeah.
the explosion have double radius?
It's not a real explosion. It's
Oh,
just
okay.
that when the shards dissipate, instead of just vanishing, it's kind of like a, psh,
Oh,
you know,
okay.
like so. It still
So,
only affects the one target.
9 plus 5,
14,
6, 5,
20, 25.
16, yeah, 25,
Times
double.
Nicely done.
50.
That kills him. Whichever one you attacked, they're both within 50. So okay, good. That one he did. That brings us to Owlin's turn with private security goons and Zothkug on deck in that order.
Is there anything Owlin can do to help Zatonia get back on the thing?
No, because she's on the airship, so it's just going to drop her off.
Okay, then Owlin is going to take the dodge action.
Okay. Owlin takes the dodge action, which brings us to the private security goons. You hear the radio is getting clearer and clearer as they're getting closer and closer, the airships. You hear the radio report. Sir, it looks like the magical defenses around the machine have dropped.
Well, what are you waiting for? Drop an ordnance on it.
Copy that, sir. Firing ordnance. What about the second shell?
We're running low. Send the other ship to resupply.
Copy that. Resupplying. And you see in the distance a couple of the ships fly off and leave, basically, to go and resupply. The ordnance shell is going to get dropped right on where the machine is, which is going to be some saves and things. Yes?
Can I roll, if I still have fly active, to intercept the shell with my body?
Oh
dear.
my.
Yeah.
Oh my.
I'll let you do that.
Oh no, I heard
Or-
words, I'll let you do that.
Or you can order the airship to try it.
The airship has to drop off Satonia.
No.
Well, we would kind of
Oh, okay.
put that all together.
Same round.
Do we endanger the airship or Fox?
What would Fox do?
Yeah, what would Fox do?
Fox wouldn't endanger the airship.
All right, this is a dexterity save. This thing's moving fast. This is going to be a challenge to get to. The DC is 30 for Fox to intercept it.
The spell, they saw that, and so they fired an ordnance on it. So Fox is going to intercept
I don't get
the
advantage
ordnance
for
with
this,
it.
right?
No.
All right. Dex save is not going to be
Not enough.
a 30, no.
Fox.
Jeb's going to use his last chronal shift.
Ooh.
It's a long shot even with this. I think I have to roll a nat 20.
Okay, well then Jeb is not going to do that.
Okay.
And instead, what he's going to do is he's going to say, Cheddar, I love you. But I'm just more important than you.
And does he say this as a Tyrannosaurus Rex?
Yeah, so he's like, yeah, and
They understand each
and
other.
Cheddar as a Tyrannosaurus
This is a
Rex
lot
is
of
like,
a moment to have in the 2 seconds while a shell is falling.
Cheddar, oh no. Okay, no, I'm sorry. He can't say that because only Jeb can do this. Jeb is going to, like, he's been separated from the Rod of Luck for a little bit. And he's been using all of this stuff, but he's starting to feel the effects of it wane as the machine is starting to
I feel like this is
succeed.
like a Bollywood scene.
the like the numbers and like the percentages of things that succeed and fail are starting to like dim and fade. And he's going to reach deep inside of him and focus on all of the times that he's chronally shifted things and is going to all right. I know it's gonna rip through me the first time. And he's going to use a arcane tradition that he has concocted called Convergent Future.
Okay.
He's going to see Fox did just like this orbital strike just rip through all of this stuff.
Yeah.
And he's going to pull another reality into place, causing the roll to succeed by 1.
Ooh. Okay. Fox rolls a 31 in this reality.
The cost to him is that it gives him 1 level of exhaustion.
Yeah.
He can do this as many times until he dies.
Okay. Fox,
Yeah.
you are successfully able to make the play you're trying to make. Describe it to us. Give us the moment.
Fox overhears on the radio that ordnance is being dropped on the site. Looks straight up and can see it arcing down and knows there's no hut. There's no last minute thing that's going to protect the damage. Even if it sneezes on this machine, we're as good for. So he uses the last bit of magic fly he has to fly straight up. His rapier falls to the side and he is just going full body into this. He doesn't have time to think. He doesn't think about how much he's changed since he has met these fine folks, since they have founded Four Guys, and since they have collected the avatars and are shaping the world more than he can ever know. He doesn't think about that. He just thinks, damn, this is really gonna hurt. As he slams headfirst into this shell. Straight up into the air. What kind of damage I'm looking at, Doc? Give it to me straight.
There's an explosion in the sky above the machine. The T-Rex looks up, sees this big glare, kind of illuminates the eyes or the face of the T-Rex. Fox, you take...
Has Fox been hit yet?
Oh, Fox has been hit.
Fox, you take 174 hit points of damage.
So when
That's the double and the AoE and all the...
just quick clarification. No, it doesn't matter. Fox no longer exists.
Fox flies up, there is an explosion, and there's nothing left to see over the field of battle. The machine is safe. The explosion is high enough up. Fox has blasted up there with that energy with so much speed, his quick reflexes, his reaction time good enough that nobody even feels the splash damage of the fire that happens up above them as he intercepts the shell. And
It had to be done.
Fox is no more. Which brings us in initiative order to Zothkug with Jeb on deck.
How much, what did Zoth see exactly?
Zoth saw, he heard the whistle,
Yeah.
and he turned his head towards the whistle just in time to see Fox faster than thought, really. It's all instinct. Zoom in a straight line up towards it. He dropped his rapier, which is still tumbling through the air towards the ground, and he impacted the shell. Big, bright white light, nothing left to see.
Oh. I think Zoth is just gonna drop to his knees and scream out.
Fox! The voice echoes across the battlefield. Owlin, from your distance, you might not have been able to see exactly what happened, but you heard Zoth.
Alan just runs to the edge that he to see what he sees Zothkug on his knees, and then he looks up and he obviously heard the big boom.
Yeah.
And he just sees the aftermath of an explosion, and Alan doesn't fully understand what happened. He hears Fox.
Yeah.
And he doesn't see Fox, but he does. It takes him a bit to put it together, and when he does, he pounds the ground of the platform that he's on with this warhammer that he's just collected, and he picks the warhammer back up, and he just stares at the approaching Cug boat, just
Yeah.
get here, get here, get here, get here. here.
Yeah.
And just is focused.
Yeah. That brings us to Jeb's turn. Jeb and Cheddar with the one remaining demon friend on deck. Followed by the tension die.
25 to hit,
Hits.
16 to hit.
Hits. Attacker wins in a tie.
68 points of damage,
He's dead.
plus an additional 54 points of damage. And you see this Tyrannosaurus just bash and bash and bash and bash its tail into this thing. It's just breaking the stone as it just smashes it into it. And what you don't see is Jeb inside, just screaming at himself because he knows that he enabled this. And
Josh,
Yeah.
there wouldn't be anything for Zoth to use to revive, right?
If
no
Zoth,
remains.
If Zoth knows, oh, you're right. There's no remains.
Yeah.
So
I think
no.
I think that may have ended up being triple Fox's max HP.
Yeah.
There's no DNA on this
Yeah.
figure?
I don't think so.
I need you to raise that.
Yeah. Because Zoth has the components to revive Fox. It's just he needs a piece of Fox. I'm just thinking, like, if there's any way.
I got a quick question. All right, hear
Hang
me
on.
out.
I think Watch is about to.
Trevor,
Yes.
Watch has his I have a plan look.
Jeb just stands and like at the tall T-Rex, and he goes, looks over at Zoth and he's like, rah, 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 rah. What you don't hear him say is, we need to go find Zoth's leg. I mean, Fox's leg.
Oh my god.
Season 2. Okay.
If he finds it within a year, he can bring it back.
It may have been a year
Oh,
already.
no, sorry,
We'll have
more
to
than a
check.
century.
Oh, a century? Well, it's definitely not
For
been a
no
century.
more than a century.
Okay.
He can still bring Fox back.
That is all
That's a future us problem.
happening and processing through the battlefield.
Anyways.
I gotta make that promise, guys. Come on.
That brings us to
Yeah, so it's Cheddar's turn.
Jeb and Cheddar.
Cheddar is. I'm gonna spread out a little bit. Make like another target over.
Okay.
Because their orbitals are crazy. And Jeb, could you move him like closer to Laredith? He's just going to like get over on top of her, like just overshadow her
So
and
that
the
he can
machine
block any sort
as
of, yeah.
much as possible.
Got it.
Oh no! Cheddar is gonna drop. Cheddar's going back,
Okay.
and he's going to, and he is going to say, Laredith, tell me the I can start scribing the thing on the ground.
It doesn't work like that. It has to be me.
Okay, well then you tell me what I need to do over there, and you start scribing the thing on the ground.
Okay, over here. And she gives you some instructions that will result in an Arcana check.
Sounds good. Oh man, I only rolled an 18 plus 14. So that's like a 22, 32.
Okay. I'm gonna delay your action.
That's fine.
Because Satonia needs to anchor the thread before you can start for real.
But he walks up, he's like,
so he's
oh
like-
yeah, I got it.
he's ready to
Yeah,
help.
no, that's
Yeah.
cool. That's fine. I can do that.
Cool. So we're at least temporarily out of combat initiative. There's nothing left on the field to fight except the private security goons. So I'm gonna go in turn order, but it's gonna be real quick here. So that ends Jeb and Cheddar's turn, which means it's the tension die. This is tension die number 6. So if you want to roll 6 tension die up there to see if there are any complications we encounter.
How about you don't?
Following the tension die.
I wish I didn't have to.
Following the tension die will be Satonia attempting to anchor the threads.
Yeah.
No ones. Okay. No complications. Satonia is going to attempt to anchor the threads because she's not under pressure. I'm going to let her do it at advantage. And she succeeds. So you hear this kind of there's no sound. There's just the wind kind of gently blowing over the mountains, and then you hear this kind of how to describe it. It's like a deep rumble that starts in your ribs, but it turns out to be in the ground underneath you as the ground starts rumbling, and you feel for the first time in 3.5 years the touch of real magic as the planes are reconnected, or at least these three. These 3 planes are reconnected to the material plane. These echo planes have been reconnected, and as magic spins back up, a number of things happen all at once.
Oh.
The first thing that happens is there is a weird, like, the stars in the sky speed up, and it's almost like the timeline was out of sync and you've relocked it in. They fly across the night sky and it becomes morning. And you watch as a beautiful sunrise dawns in the corner. And as you're kind of taking in this sunrise, which of course none of you are enjoying a sunrise in the, in the moment where there's Fox is missing and this absence is felt, this machine is whirring up. Laredith looks down at the machine and she goes, this is right, but that is wrong. And the ground continues shaking a little bit as the aboleths enact a backup plan. There is...
Did the aboleths just chronal shift us?
There is a huge, huge explosion.
Oh no.
And there's briefly nothing to hear. There's just a boom. And then you hear the rush of water as the School of Arcane Recomposition in the distant mountains explodes in a gush of water which floods the cliff top. The cliff top, this water rushing through the mountains, floods across the cliff top. I need dexterity saves from everyone who's on the cliff top.
Not Alan, because he's on the...
So that's...
He's not on the cliff top.
Jeb, Cheddar, Laredith.
Jeb, Cheddar, Laredith, and maybe that's everyone.
Yeah, that's everyone.
Laredith just passed.
Cheddar got
You're gonna want your
a...
headphones on. Okay.
Cheddar got an 11.
Okay. Cheddar is swept off the side.
Jeb rolled a natural 1.
No.
Cheddar and Jeb are both swept off the side.
Can we use an airship, the 2 airship actions to catch them?
I don't know if airships are going to... Well, it's a ship.
Well, but they're in falling water. The DC is really hard. I'll let you roll to catch 1.
So, I mean, Cheddar's got some spells things he could do, but... They can try to catch him if they want, but like if I could like try to do an action thing during this,
you can take 1 action as you're knocked off the side.
Okay, well
so this hits you, knocks you off the side first.
He's gonna upcast fly on him and T-Rev Jex.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, great. So both of you can fly. You stop your movement. You get out of the water stream that's like pouring off the cliff just in time to watch some kind of red-laced lightning arc through the water. Some kind of damaging arcane energy is tied into the water, and Laredith, lucky for her, is going to use her last legendary action to succeed on the save. Laredith does not take the damage that would be associated with this. Let's take the Jebs off the map because they're flying next to the terrain there.
That's big.
2 aboleths surge forward in the water, pouring down from the upper mountains. For the purposes of our terrain, the only remaining dry ground is the high ground of the cliffs. So the machine and everything is also...
Which side did they come from?
They came from this way.
Above.
Your explosion already happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, there's that one.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
So the aboleths enter the battle, the field of battle. They also, as they enter, begin screaming in abyssal in all of your minds.
Owlin understands.
Owlin understands that it's not words, it's an incantation. And they summon
Oh, man.
a stone colossus
Oh dear.
an earth elemental,
Ooh.
a water elemental,
I don't like this.
and a fire elemental.
I really like painting minis and bringing them out and like putting them out on the table
look
for my
really good.
players. But this feeling is different when my own minis are used against me.
These things just emerge. The stones literally grow out of the ground, so they come out of the water, which is wading height at this point. The only reason the machine hasn't been washed away is because all the pieces are anchored together. It's so heavy, and the rod has anchored it into the ground, so the machine is holding up all of the scatter that's attached to
I
it.
think we put it up next to that stone wall.
Yeah.
All of this stuff explodes at the same
This is
time.
probably all washed up.
Yeah.
At the same time, Randy comes over your headsets, like, oh my goodness, what is this? Hang on, I'm getting something. I'm getting something over the comms.
Lieutenant?
Well, sir, You're just going to want to see this.
What am I looking at here?
Sir, it's the obelisk.
Holy moly! Doctor! Stainless just exploded!
Wait, it has to be Four Guys Ventures.
What?
Wait, did you say obelisk?
That can't be!
I'm looking at them, sir, right at them. But Four Guys is also here. I'm looking at them too.
Wait, that's getting larger. This wasn't just an explosion. It looks like some kind of chasm opening.
What do you mean chasm?
And the Abelisks are fish.
Four Guys can't do that.
Are they swimming through the air now?
Swimming?
Abelisks don't do that, Lieutenant.
But, sir, the obelisks, they've flooded the cliff top.
What are they doing on the cliff top? Our deal was that they'd get dominion over the Underdark, and we'd improve the overworld while making a huge profit. Well, they're up here. The chasm. It's dragging the city into it right
You
now.
mean Stainless is collapsing?
It's worse than that. It's like the city is being sucked in by a loading stone.
Wait, this chasm, it's not like a dark, swirling, void-looking slice in the sky, is it? I can see it. I'm looking right at it.
That's great, Lieutenant, but I'm looking into it. Right into it. It's like a blazing inferno.
All forces, look for citizens on rooftops exactly. Not flying that chasm. Somebody get me a map. How much of the city is gone? Engineering, status report. The obelisk.
It's like some sort of portal, but on the other side. It's just havoc. Oh, you've got to be kidding
Sir,
me.
things are looking really bad out here.
Out there, Lieutenant, this chasm isn't stopping with the city. The mountains are starting to sink inwards. And saying that out loud almost reminds me of something.
What are you talking about, sir?
This chasm. I've seen it before. We opened one just like it 4 years ago when we activated Sacrium.
No.
And that was an aboleth ritual. This isn't our enemies attacking, Lieutenant. It's our allies.
This must have been the plan all along.
They've just been using us, manipulating us, here, in my own damn house.
Sir, what are your orders?
I'd rather make a fillet than be one. The Abelisks, they're on the battlefield.
Affirmative, sir.
Go fish, Lieutenant.
Oh my.
No way.
Goodness.
Ready my pod.
Pod ready, sir.
I know you can hear us. You owe us for this.
And there is a huge eruption of rock
Oh my gosh.
as a Kelpod is deployed from the biggest of the private security goons airships, slamming into the ground.
Don't think this makes the spread.
Sir Savilton Mid, your microphone. And the field of battle is entered by Sir Savilton Mid, who steps from the Kelpod, dusts off the corner of his shirt a little bit, and gets ready to fight after this intermission.
Wow.
Amazing.
Wow.
And I think that's a good, pretty good spot to pause there. We're gonna go ahead and take a brief intermission here, chat. You just chill there. You're all having a good time, right?
For this?
Wow.
Also, chat cast a Bane. So when we come back, we'll start with that. No. Okay, I put the loading screens on screen here.
Who did that, Chad?
Belly.
I am going to.
We love you, Belly.
I'll put an hour or so on the clock here and just give us a little.
Belly's
This
in
is a
the
little
chat.
bit of a break. Yeah, we got
Belly.
Belly
I
in the
love you,
chat. We
man.
got everybody
We
in
love
the chat.
everybody. We love everybody in the chat right now.
We got Brad Toon,
Amazing.
Belly, B Street, Sir T-Sav's in the chat yelling out, let's go, let's go. Also, big shout out to both Chris, who guest played the Warlock Aboleth Lieutenant, and to Christian, my friend, we snuck him in the back door during this session so that he could be. And I started with a real soundboard so that when we traded him off, it would take longer and longer for you to figure it out.
That's awesome.
Christian has been working on this for weeks with me.
Amazing.
Sir T-Sav coming down to record the sound design for all that. Love all of that stuff. Good times.
Wait a minute. Was he in the basement doing those live?
Yeah.
The entire time.
I knew it.
When it took when it took like a second and Josh was like, oh, my soundboard's glitching up, it was me getting the cue to unmute.
I knew it was
funny.
live. I knew it was live because of just the responses.
And the microphone dying in the middle of the session.
Discord or something like that.
Obviously, but
I thought it was on Discord too.
Yeah,
I did too.
What got me was the
Amazing.
lighting. That's
Honestly,
something
it probably was.
tickled
He was
me.
just
I was
here.
like, something feels off about the lighting because that's not Christian's house. That lighting's too good. I was like, Josh must have gone to his house and helped him set up some nice lighting.
Wow.
Excellent.
For those of you at home, we're going to take an hour and 15-minute intermission. We're going to eat some pizza here. We're going to chill a little bit. I'm going to leave everything up in case we want to talk to chat or hang out, but our faces are off screen,
Wow.
so if you guys need to use bathroom, whatever you might need. And otherwise, we're going to chill.
Take an hour in the
Sir
bathroom.
T7 in the chat goes, give him hell, Lieutenant.
Let's go. Wow.
So
Amazing.
Yeah.
And Chad, just FYI, we are. There's a high chance that we will return mid-intermission and shenanigans. So
100%.
yeah, that's true.
So-
But yeah, this is a good time for bathroom
No
breaks, dinner
guarantee,
breaks,
but
etc.
we know what's all gonna happen.
When we return, we'll see how this next phase of the fight ends.
I just think it's BS to be like, you owe me one. You're over here killing us.
It's just following orders.
Amazing.
You owe me one.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Good job
Yeah.
in the basement. I was like, thank you. I was like, this is great.
Amazing.
There's
Fantastic.
definitely moments where me and Jake like took off an ear. I'm surprised it just was never during that.
Okay, Cleo. I leave to go pee for like 2 minutes. And I come back and what even happened? Like,
Okay,
so I partially see it.
Iron Knight.